You're a meshy. I'm gonna beat your face up so bad kids will be crying.
I'm gonna beat your ass up so bad that kids will be crying.
So sorry you picked a wrong. So sorry you got me so mad. It makes me a real jerk.
Welcome back to the Mehcast, and oh, what a Mehtly crew we are. Today I'm going to try and remember what the hell I was doing last time.
Last time you were in Spagonia, and you just beat the night stage.
Yes.
And you were also... And you were also doing, well, you were doing some side questioning.
Yes, I'm going to have to get, like, a new thumbstick for this controller soon. Because, you know the rubber top?
Yeah?
That's almost entirely worn through in one spot. And,
wow.
the plastic is now visible, so I think I'm gonna have to, like...
one of those
replace the stick,
covers.
Get one of the thumbstick caps, something like that. I don't even use this controller super often.
Probably might look into getting one of those controllers from 8BitDo with their Hall Effect joysticks.
I actually have, I'm just kind of sitting in the stage waiting for Kevin just because I didn't want to be on the world map anymore. But yeah, I actually have a couple of extra Xbox controllers. This is back when they were having, I think it was a Black Friday sale on their, custom controller shop. And I was able to get, one that I made to be kind of Spider-Man themed, and one that I got that was, just like a really awesome lime green controller for, less than either one would have been if I'd have just bought them straight up. And they have the custom, like they have the actual Xbox buttons, not the shitty green ones or the green and red ones that they put on the red shells and the green shells. Those are fucking huge pigeons.
Oh, really now?
Like how Sonic is just laying down, and I was like, paint me like one of your French hedgehogs.
Would you care to share your stream in there so I could have it in the picture?
Oh, yeah. I almost forgot about that.
Now, is it the official controllers from Microsoft? Like the official Xbox controllers?
Well, I have an Xbox One controller that I got probably about 10 years ago now.
I still love the, I'm still using the do not want face.
Yeah,
Is
me
for the
too.
thumbnail.
Sonic
be like, back. Do not want.
Yeah.
Eggman has shown him some shit.
Yes, he has.
He's shown Sonic and the future.
I've seen things, Eggman.
I've seen the future.
You wouldn't believe.
What kind of things, Sonic?
Let's just say it's not pretty.
I've seen ugly fat me from the Chip and Dale movie.
Oh dear God, that's horrifying!
He's even fatter than you!
Oh my Kami, that's awful!
Oh man!
I have it on good authority that ugly Sonic doesn't go fast. He goes slow.
What up?
Hey.
Hi, Sonic.
Yeah, good news. My lecture was canceled today.
So Alex, have you, where's the link?
I shared it in announcements.
Do not want, he says. But you do want this, Sonic.
But I don't want it!
I don't think I even want it!
You know, these pigeons have better draw distance and animation than the wolves in Dark Souls 2.
Which is sad.
And this fan-made PC game
and
has
now
better
we're
shadows
live.
than The Last of Us.
Welcome
back
shadow.
to Sonic Unleashed, where last time Where last time we ended up... Where last time we ended up getting Spagonia all solved and whatnot. Oh, hold on.
Good old rooftop run.
But now we gotta go to Holoska.
That's the ice world, right?
I was looking for,
Holoska's the ice world, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so wait until now.
No, shit. Oh boy, the worst probably my worst werehog stage.
I must confess that I feel like a monster. I feel like a monster.
Hey, Professor.
Ah, Professor Pickle.
Yes.
Professor Moto, I need your help.
Alright, wait. Alright, this is still the 4-kids dub for Unleashed, right?
Someone say Professor
Yeah, this is the
Buko?
HD version.
Or are they
I
calling
need to-
someone else?
Now
I
I
think
need to
I got
figure out-
dementia.
I mean the 4-kids cast, voice cast.
Yeah, this is still Jason
Roger.
Company.
Yeah, great, yep.
This is before
Yuki, I heard someone say Muto.
Yeah, this is before 4-kids ended up.
think that's
Come
right,
on.
Grandpa.
Yeah, Grandpa,
This is
no.
before This is before
They said
4-kids had their
Moto, like Motorola. Or motorcycle.
Oh.
like this is before.
Oh well,
4-kids
then I'm going
decided
back to bed.
This is before 4-kids decided to have their collective heads right up their rectum.
You mean they haven't before?
Well, I mean more so than you. Because by 2010, they kind of lost everything.
Yeah. I think it was maybe because Kirby, ever since Kirby got finished its series, that's when it got worse. Ugh. I know that we can't hear the stream right now, but ugh.
Jesus Christ. Thanks for
But
reminding
yeah,
us, dude.
I'm still gonna say it. Ever since Kirby Right Back at Ya finished airing, it was when 4-kids truly got worse.
Oh yeah. Never forget how they did One Piece dirty.
Never
Yo
forget.
ho ho, he took a bite of gum
Ah,
gum.
yes, that dog. That dog.
Yeah.
It's the
But if there was
think-
if there was a redeeming thing that came from it, at least some of the 4-kids got to work on the current dub of One Piece.
Now I will say.
Yeah. And also, I
prefer-
will admit, it did have some good voices. It's like
I will say I vastly
Zoro's.
prefer
Or
Yeah.
Kids
Zoro.
Luffy to Clinkenbeard Luffy, and
No.
Clinkenbeard has fucked up her voice playing Luffy. So
I will admit that both Eric Estrada and Colin Clinkenbeard sound very similar as Luffy.
Well, that would explain in my case why Gohan
But I
sounded
will
a bit
say,
off for
Zoro at
Colleen.
least sounds different.
Yeah. At least, like, I feel
Although,
like Mark
we all
DeResson
agree
was...
Sanji's the worst.
Yeah, it nearly... I heard for David Mood. I heard for David
I
Mood.
sound like I'm brain dead.
I heard
And I'm
that,
sucking my
yeah.
lollipop.
I heard that voice role really screwed David Moo's
Who
career.
loves you, baby?
'Cause he was in Slayers as Zealous, and dude is actually surprisingly good in that role.
And David Moo has done some good
Oh,
voices.
goddammit.
Looking at you, player killer from
Damn
Yu-Gi-Oh!
it!
Ooh, just one off. Never forget. So I guess
German suplex.
But anyone else I was watching some Iceberg video on YouTube. I did not realize that there was 8 different songs that could have applied these theme songs. And some of the other choices, ooh. Apparently,
different what
you know,
now?
okay, how can people know 5 beans? 5D's theme song.
Oh, 5D's theme song. Yeah.
Apparently there was apparently there was also 8 other choices that could have been, and apparently fans voted.
Hyperdrive won.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hyperdrive.
That used to be a big thing back in the day, where when they did stuff like that, they'd like have votes for favorite theme songs, but they'd also have these multiple versions of each theme song. So they'd have, and you know,
I know that.
Going through demos, like multiple demos for a given theme song, isn't uncommon. It's just, I've always found it kinda odd when you listen to an alternate version of the same song with slightly different lyrics done by the same people.
Like One Piece.
Yeah. Like listening to the 4Kids dub of We Are is like, hey, this is actually pretty good. This would have worked as a second verse for the actual.
I'm just gonna. Screw it. I'll come back to that one later.
No, Alfred R. Kahn had his own stick up his ass. Because
thanks, Al. Appreciate it.
Yeah. No wonder their dub of Shaman King was just like, ugh.
The only thing I'll give about that dub with the theme
a lot of people actually like the 4Kids dub of Shaman King, from what I could tell.
It's definitely one of their better dubs.
And there was a time they did attempted to do an uncut dub of Shaman King, too bad that was short-lived.
Yet only 6 episodes, 2 DVDs.
Yeah, it was.
And with Yu-Gi-Oh, only 3 DVDs, 9 episodes.
Yu-Gi-Oh had more episodes finished, but the lawsuit pretty much killed it. Because Funimation wasn't paying the Japanese voice actors their cut
royalty.
Their cut of the sales.
Specifically, Yugi's.
Specifically Yugi's
Shinsuke
voice
Kazuma.
actor. Yeah, Kazuma wasn't getting his cut of his work. Because they were like, oh, our actors don't get a cut of the royalties. Why would we bother for paying the Japanese? And it's like, well, because they have different contracts, motherfucker.
It looks like things got cleared up when the official subs happened on Crunchyroll.
Oh.
Yeah, but we're never gonna get... Well, unless Discotech gets a hold of it, we're probably never gonna get a
proper Japanese release.
Again.
Yeah, and Cinedyne's not doing anything with it. They're doing jack shit.
No, that actually... Well, it's Cineverse now. They changed their fucking name.
Yes.
And that bothers me, because I own stock in Cineverse, and they have done their best to fuck up my portfolio by not making use of the catalog that well.
Yeah.
Like when
seriously,
like when Cinedyne lost the rights to Digimon, I lost money.
Ooh,
that's
God. Ouch.
Yeah.
A similar story reminded me someone, because like I have a friend who really loves Detective Conan. Like the reason there hasn't been a whole lot of English releases for it is because like at some point Funimation just held on to the IP with an iron grip. Like they were doing like IP hostage essentially.
Cue the clip from
How dare they make another dub? It is my IP. Yeah, it's my IP to sit around do nothing.
Yeah.
Sony, we'll give you 6 different versions of The Last of Us. We won't do anything with those awesome PlayStation 1 games that everybody loved, but nobody
Alright, who's ready for Last of Us remake? Another remake. We released The Last of Us 2 and 1. Oh boy!
Last of Us 2 Remastered. One of the worst games ever
made.
And
we're never gonna make a third. Make a third.
We're gonna get 3 seasons out of The Last of Us 2, but we're not gonna get a game set during the... We're not gonna get a game set during the fucking outbreak. That little prologue at the start of the first game is all you're gonna get.
Honestly, I mean, the fact that we are going to most likely get 3 seasons of this show because, you know, we gotta do the Abby side of things. Oh boy. The only thing I'm looking forward for is we get to see the Rat King in live action, so...
Craig Mazin said that they might be able to do 4 seasons of it.
How?
Okay. So, one bit of news that ended up coming up, Switch 2 finally. And spoilers, there's no games.
No, there is.
Yeah, there's Mario Kart.
Unless you count Mario.
Yeah, Mario Kart World and GameCube games on Switch Online. And keep in mind, I didn't pre-order it.
So
I didn't buy it.
And honestly, I've seen in how Mario Kart World looks, and I'm like, the aesthetic looks fine. It's just, I wish there was more.
Yeah. Also, free Diddy. No, seriously, free Diddy. Where is Diddy?
Not Puff Daddy, P. Diddy,
no.
P. Diddler.
No, not that
Diddy
guy.
Kong.
We're talking about Diddy Kong.
Yeah.
The good Diddy.
Okay, so now we're in Cool Edge Night Zone. And since we're getting and since it's a Werehog section, we're gonna be here for a while. So recently
I saved Barbara. She better pay me, otherwise I'm going to have to repossess her.
All right, Kevin.
So recently, that ended up coming to our attention that there were some riots going on over immigration.
Hang on, I have to say something here. I have to quote something I saw online. We were born too late. Oh, somebody dropped out. We were born too late to experience the LA riots. We were born too early to experience the LA riots. We were born just in time to experience the LA riots, and then the LA riots again.
Yeah. And
the usual suspects are being stupid again.
And it's like...
am I going to Apatow now? Let's see.
What? After Spagonia Night, you're to go to Chunnan, but first you gotta actually get the prompt to go there by Professor Pickle.
Okay, so I have to go talk to Professor Pickles before I can go to Chunnan?
Yes. Which, by the way, prepare yourself for another Werehog stage.
Yay.
Oh, yay, Zero, you're back.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Apparently a bunch of people are being stupid about immigration again. I don't really particularly
like Liam O'Brien and Erica Lindbeck.
I literally I could not care less what actors have to say about stuff like this, because
seriously,
it's not a it's not something.
Yeah, seriously. Voice actors, unless this directly affects you, shut the fuck up already.
Yep, and you wonder why I want you scumbags gone.
Nobody gives a shit about how you feel about this, because they're like, oh, does this affect you? Oh, they're like, no, well then fuck off. And guess what?
People wonder why I don't use
Twitter. Go to Holoska.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't blame you.
Yeah, and then of course, there's
people wonder.
And people wonder
why. And people wonder why I'm like very selective with voice actors I support, and
same here. And yet people get on me for the ones I choose to support. Or just because
the funny thing that I saw
bullshit.
The funny thing that I saw, this was completely unrelated to this situation, but Tom Felton is reprising his role as Draco Malfoy in Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, which sucks.
Nice.
But you know, happy for him to get work. Okay.
Tom Felton and Jason Isaacs are just so wholesome.
Yeah.
In regards to this.
But Tom Felton's like, somebody tried to ask him about the J.K. Rowling drama, and he's just like, oh, you know, I'm just happy to be working.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, can we talk about like the play?
Something else.
Yeah.
Of course.
Like,
drama
the thing is that you know, Phil Lamar after a while finally got the hint and then stopped preaching in dumb politics. X on social media.
here's the thing, a lot...
Yeah, because he sold out.
So many people do not give a fuck. And they'll only... It's like how George Takei used to be this... George Takei used to be this, like everybody's happy uncle who made goofy posts online, and then he started posting about political shit that half his audience either didn't like or didn't care for. And it's like, hey, we came to you to get away from this, and now you're undermining... You're actively undermining our escapism from this nonsense, you know? So...
Because we live in a time where rage baiting is all the rage.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And drama baiting as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, look at that! I can get the iron boots.
Yay! Iron boots.
Oh, god damn it, Sonic!
No!
Ah!
Well, I know what I gotta do. I don't want to live on this planet anymore. Cowabunga!
Cowabunga, dude.
Cowabunga, dude!
Seriously, when are we getting Sonic meets the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Come on, man. When is that gonna happen?
Like, dudes, freaking let's boogie, man!
Oh, great. Mikey's gonna act like a tool again. Hey, come on, Raph. I'm just trying to be cool, dude.
Perhaps this was not what I had in mind.
Oh, look. A free life. Too
Press
bad
the B
lives are
button to do a
worthless
stomp.
nowadays.
Oh.
Too bad lives are worthless in platformers nowadays.
dear.
Shut up, Gizmo.
Oh dear, I've got the heavy boots from Sonic Labyrinth.
Oh, joy.
Alex, you got the stomp ability.
I'm just goofing around.
For some reason, I figured that had to be the case.
Alright. So, what else in the
Now I'm
news?
remembering why I didn't like the Xbox version of this game that much.
Why?
Just because some of the overworld stages are a little bit eh.
You mean the HD? That's just the HD version problem.
Again, considering that I have my own issues with the HD version, and that's fair. But most of those issues stem from the fact that I played the wrong version of the game.
Yeah, I've had fun with the PS2 and Wii version.
Yeah. With UMVC3, but I remember in tournaments, whenever it came to UMVC3, it's always the Xbox 360 version that was ideally used, since there's like not as much like input lag to speak of.
I think there's something, I think maybe there's just something specific about the Xbox version.
And I died.
But hey,
Lame.
at least we can use the segue to talk about, I guess we can finally talk about Summer Game Fest.
I got to see most of the ones. I checked.
Knockoff E3.
Follow up to
Or as I like to
Let's
call it,
Stay.
E4.
Or, Jeff Keoff's glazing of Kojima. Seriously, that man glazed the hell out of Kojima.
Jeff Keighley's yearly Kojima fellatio session.
I'm like... Yeah, we get it, Keighley. You love to suck off to...
I actually kind of like Jeff Keighley.
I don't hate him.
He's adorably weird.
Him and his stupid
we get it, Keighley. You love to suck off. We know you love to suck off to Kojima. I'm pretty sure Kojima's getting sick of it at some point.
But yeah, a bunch of games coming out next year, something. Hey, we got new Marvel.
Oh, and we also got new Bleach Rebirth of Souls DLC.
Yeah,
and
it's Ichigo. And only now, but this time they're using manga stuff finally.
Yeah.
Yay!
About damn time, because
Yeah.
A lot of anime games don't really go with the manga. The last time they did that was with Naruto.
And you know, the thing is that... And I'm like, oh dear, Alex, you're gonna get spoiled big time when you get to
Oh, there we go.
when you get to
I think Pat,
Born of Salvation was in Jump Force, if I'm recalling correctly.
It was.
I think like Sparking Zero, I believe. Speaking of that, like Sparking Zero did have like a manga like exclusive attacks like for Vegeta, I think.
Yeah, but of course they can't use manga characters because licensing.
Which is stupid.
It is stupid, but that's how the licensing works. They can only use the manga stuff because that's not the anime. So no Moro, no Black Frieza, no. I guess whatever manga was with
it's like
Broccoli.
It's just
we don't have Ultra Ego.
Granola.
Oh, Vegeta. We don't have N-word privilege Frieza.
And we don't have Granola. Oh my, what the, Kevin?
Or like Broly, where he controls
I don't think you're able to do that.
Super Saiyan form.
What happened?
I think Kevin glitched through the wall.
I clipped through the wall as the werehog while I was doing one of my finishers.
Oh, damn it.
Oh no.
But yeah. So if you're expecting any of those manga characters from DLC for Sparking Zero, keep wishing. Or at least wait for someone to mod it.
Yeah.
Which, thanks to the modding community for Sparking Zero is really good. Yeah. Thanks to the mod community for Sparking Zero is really good. I mean, we got my Lucario, and
it's kind of a shame that Sparking Zero is kind of slowly dying a more painful death than people thought Rebirth of Souls was going to die.
Yeah.
Of course, unfortunately, because it's Dragon Ball, it's gonna be they're still gonna milk it as much as they worth, because even Xenoverse is still going on.
Somehow.
Yeah.
Xenoverse 2 has outlast as Dragon Ball Fighters.
Yeah.
Which is sad.
Which is kind of crazy, because...
I mean, thankfully, Arc System's got a new fighting game with Marvel.
Yeah, with Tohei Horikoshi working on the character design.
Which is nice.
4v4.
And there's an Invincible fighting game, which we talked about yesterday when we watched Invincible.
Yeah,
briefly, made by the Killer Instinct devs.
Yep.
Which
and I'm like, Mortal Kombat is so dead. Is so super dead that we might as well have to reuse the word cadaverific to describe how dead it is.
Mortal Kombat,
of course.
Mortal Kombat did a fatality on itself.
And Street Fighter 6 announced its third season.
Which is it's not a bad selection. I mean, we got Sagat, we got Ingrid, weirdly enough.
Sea
Viper.
Yeah, Sea Viper once again.
Alex.
Which is honestly everybody's wish. I'm so glad Alex came back.
And heck yes, because
God damn it.
Ingrid and Sagat are back.
Well, Ingrid was Ingrid was the weird wild card here, because I don't think anyone could have predicted Ingrid to come back. Especially consider her reputation.
I think is kind of uncalled for, because like...
It is uncalled for, but...
I feel like Ingrid was,
She was a bit of an interesting choice.
I feel like Ingrid, it was kind of the weird pick for Alpha 3.
And especially considering...
We had the reuse rights, so it's like, fuck it, let's put Ingrid in there.
And the fact that her origins goes as...
Everything else in
the
this
fact
game?
her origins go as far back as Capcom Fighting All-Star, and then reword this to Capcom Fighting Jam!
The worst Capcom crossover ever made.
It was like, Jesus, even when Thorgy's video about it, it's like, Toyohisa Tanabe, freaking the man who worked on KOF was involved, and he's like, when the project was going nowhere, he's like, fuck this, I'm out of here.
Yeah. And because of that, Ingrid's reputation, and at that point people hate Ingrid either because of Capcom by Evolution or because of lore reasons for some reason.
In fact, I thought her lore was
Which is
fine
dumb.
at first, and in Capcom Fighting Jam.
I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do
God
with her
damn
in
it.
Street Fighter 6. Maybe
I'm
some-
hoping they better do something good.
I mean, her new redesign looks pretty great.
Yeah, I'm hoping they bring back her old classic design, because I was like,
I mean,
yeah,
they have to.
I dig it.
I
Yeah.
mean, they have to, probably as like a free skin, like they do with every other character, you know, make the classic design of a free thing you have to do in World Tour mode.
And that's actually one thing Street Fighter 6 got right with Mai. They actually include both her classic costume and her outfit from City of the Wolves.
Which I do like the fact that the classic costume is the base roster, while the one you get in City of the Wolves is the, you know, World Tour one.
Yeah, in fact,
Smart choice.
even go. Yeah, and it's a pretty interesting that
Oh, God damn it.
Capcom opted for Mai's default costume. It's a mix of her outfit from Real Bout Special and KOF 15.
Which, yeah, that is a good call.
Okay, Sonic, tell me, what makes this your least favorite Werehog stage?
Honestly, it was the ice physics.
I gotta see.
Oh
Ray. I
yeah,
don't
that
care.
is
I gotta
that
keep
is
Because, I mean, you can
purely-
feel it, too.
that is purely justifiable. I completely
And also
understand.
the tight platforming you gotta do, because the
Yeah.
Werehog's jump is not that great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And also all the
Not
dang
even
ice
The Wii
melted.
version, and sure, he jumps a bit higher in that version, but that's not saying
Unless-
much.
Yeah.
And don't get me started on all the death pits,
Excuse me.
because, you
And
know,
have it being precise as fuck with your movement.
no, I think this is probably the worst the Werehog has probably gotten. Yes, worse than Eggman Land.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, worst Werehog stage is still Eggman Land by and large.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and it's also home to the worst hot dog missions.
Oh, goody!
Google AI is having a trial. I don't care. Try Google AI
yeah,
now for $0.
thanks.
No.
Okay,
How about no?
No, fuck off.
Riveting.
Oh yeah, Resident Evil 9 is finally coming out.
With
Yep.
Yeah.
with Outbreak acknowledgement, fucking finally.
Yeah, about time. I mean,
Wait,
I'm
what's
curious what
getting
the heck
Outbreak.
Outbreak.
The
Resident Evil
PlayStation 2 multiplayer game.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
They're finally acknowledging its existence.
Which is, you know, the funny
Yeah.
thing is, if it wasn't for the fact that the controls suck so much, that game would be fucking awesome.
Honestly, I do like it when a company sometimes let their lesser-known series get some shine.
Capcom, where is my Outbreak port with good controls?
Still no new Mega Man
The
though.
world needs to know.
Yeah.
No new Mega Man. Fuck you.
Uh-huh.
Or Beautiful
The
Joe,
closest-
or Devil May Cry, or Redder, for Dark
Remember when we
Side,
used to live in a world where
heck,
where we were
not
getting
even
nothing but Mega Man games, but now we live in a world where we're lucky to even get another Mega Man game.
or
Yeah.
even Mega Man showing up in anything.
I mean, the closest to getting a sort of
Anything-
Mega Man-ish experience is Mega
I mean,
Man X
technically
Dive
any-
Offline.
Technically, anything is better than Bad Box Mega Man.
Oh, god dang it, Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
The only thing I'll give them this though, at least it was funny they brought him back for the Community Edition for Marvel 3. Come on.
Thank you, Smash 4 modding back in the day for giving Mega Man a bad box art color scheme. Yeah, I was all over that back when Smash 4 was... the modding scene for Smash 4 was a thing. Like, one of the voice mods I downloaded was, like, way before we got Ray Chase as our boy Roy. There was a voice mod for Roy to have his voice be Johnny Young Bosch. Because, you know, both were
That would be
loose.
weirdly more fitting.
Yeah.
What clips were they using?
I don't remember. It was like...
Was it Nero?
Maybe? Jeez, it's been so long since I remember that mod back in the day, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look that up just in case.
What else? Let's see. Deadpool got a VR game. Nobody cares about that.
Deadpool's VR game looks lame.
Yeah, Deadpool.
And
VR
Neil Patrick Harris's voice is too discount Ryan Reynolds for my taste.
Suit up!
Here's the thing. It's just his voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean like the casting behind why.
Okay, so here's the thing. It's essentially Ryan Reynolds, Nolan North, and Neil Patrick Harris are essentially all doing the same voice for Deadpool.
I mean, at least I can tell the difference between Nolan North and Ryan Reynolds.
But the thing is, Neil Patrick Harris's Deadpool is too much like Neil Patrick Harris's Spider-Man for me.
Yeah.
Like, I like Neil Patrick Harris's Spider-Man, but that's it. I like him as Spider-Man. I like him to be Spider-Man, guys. Yeah. It's like if they made Tobey Maguire Wolverine all of a sudden. It's like, hey, guys, what the fuck are you doing?
That's a weird elf. Yeah. That would be a weird timeline.
Say Neil could have made a good Beast Boy.
I'm the... you are now picturing... You're now picturing Tobey Maguire her saying, "I'm the best there is at what I do, and what I do best is."
Hey, at least we probably get a Deadpool making a joke about Spider-Man or something.
Okay, I found it. So
it's one of those games that's clearly written more by somebody who doesn't really understand Deadpool or comic books and is trying to appeal
it's to the casual non-college readers.
Yeah, Deadpool sounds like he's a Redditor.
Yeah, trying to appeal to like the postmodern irony crowd more so than the people who like Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Once more, I will say, like, we like Deadpool. Write him like a Deadpool.
I don't hate the modern Deadpool, but also at the same time, I also did miss when Deadpool also had some depth. Because, I mean, now he's just the fourth wall meme guy now.
Yeah.
Which,
speaking of, Go ahead.
Yeah, I was about to say, because, I mean, I think it probably started with, I guess as early as Marvel 3, when Deadpool truly got into, I guess, the more public eye. You know, maybe earlier than that, because, I mean, the first time I saw Deadpool was that Hulk vs. Wolverine movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I remember Deadpool and Hulk vs. Wolverine.
But I think, like, when he really blew up was probably around Marvel 3.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I'd have to go back and look, because I can't remember what comic runs were going on at the time.
Yeah, because, I mean, he was in Ultimate Alliance too, I know that much.
Okay, so now I'm just wandering around
Hey,
looking
Wolverine,
for a
it's
switch
me,
to open this
Deadpool.
place.
I shot you.
You would...
You really think I give a shit about that, Bob? Both of us can regenerate a fucking gunshot in 5 seconds.
See, that's the kind of Deadpool I do for did, like, he doesn't rely solely on the fourth wall jokes. Like, I think that movie was probably the few times pieces of media where Deadpool doesn't break the fourth wall.
Ultimate Deadpool had a really cool concept of, like, working the fourth wall, breaking into the universe, and then it was just terrible.
Yeah.
Where he was, like, the host of a reality TV show, kind of like Dog the Bounty Hunter. Anybody remember that show?
I like to not remember that show.
Dog. I only remember because South Park referenced it.
Yep.
I still can't believe that Ozzy Osbourne did the music for that.
I found it, so, yeah. I found it. So for the Roy voice mod, the voice clips mostly consisted of Johnny Young Bosch's Zero from Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Yang from Super Street Fighter 4.
How peculiar.
Huh.
And now to fight the Dark Moray.
What the fuck is this one again?
I was pushing the dash button game.
When you eat meats, the pile more. When I eat nuts, more.
Okay.
Ah, shit, what was I going? Oh, right, Deadpool.
Okay, so that's the thing.
Yeah,
Deadpool.
I think it was like, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 made me appreciate Deadpool as a character.
Check it out! I'm the ghost of Christmas kick your ass!
Yeah, back then when Deadpool breaking the fourth wall this much was kind of, I guess, done well.
It was
not.
Hey, I freaking love Street Fighter! Autograph your spleen for me?
Yeah. Yeah. And he even had a pretty unique interaction with She-Hulk.
Oh man.
She too could break the fourth wall.
Yeah. But especially with Phoenix Wright.
Objection! I always wanted to say that.
Yeah.
Which one, Chip?
Let's just hope the new Marvel game goes pretty good, which, considering its arc systems, it's in good hands.
Yeah. I'm sure Capcom is salty. It's like...
Well, I mean, Capcom hasn't said anything about it. It's mostly the fans.
I know. I've seen the memes. It's like,
and by the way,
somebody... Go ahead.
And already we got the usual old crowd complaining about shading in a game. Him saying that Kamala Khan is too pale.
Kamala Khan is too light skinned.
I've already had this argument, and with people on the Miles Morales fan art. You do not know how lighting works.
And I'm sure those are the same people that complained about April O'Neil's skin tone from the old original comics. It's like, goddamn it.
Or Rise of TMNT.
Oh, would you look at that? And I was like, oh.
All I know is, please put the Juggernaut in the game. Don't let anyone else play it. Just me. Just
it's the Juggernaut, bitch.
Can you tell them one of my favorite
your
Marvel
first name and last name? Wait, your last name is bitch?
Yeah. Look, I just want the Juggernaut to come back, okay? I know he's a good guy now, but honestly, he's actually pretty good as an X-Man.
When did Juggernaut turn face?
I think it's a recent thing. Honestly, he looks pretty fine. He's actually fine as an X-Man now.
Before I can use this stage.
Yep. Have fun searching for those, Alex.
But yeah, just give me the Juggernaut. I don't care if he's a good guy or a bad guy. I just want to play as the Juggernaut. Bitch.
Because he's the motherfucking Juggernaut, bitch!
Okay, quick question. How the fuck do I manage to get to the Werehog stage of this area?
In, where?
Alaska.
You don't get there until after... Or Spagonia? Or you don't get there until after you do the whole... Gaia Temple?
So, I guess since Mr. Hedgehog is on the screen, we might as well talk about the Sonic Crossroads now. Character reveal.
Persona, Hatsune Miku, and Yakuza meet Sonic.
And apparently the TMNT and SpongeBob are coming as well.
You know, if it wasn't for the Nickelodeon reputation, I'd probably say, is this Sega vs. Sonic and Sonic Racing again?
Alright.
Everybody supersonic racing. Try to keep your feet up on the ground.
Can you feel the sunshine?
Because, I mean, I'd be like, if this is like a secret stealth sequel to that game series, I'd be all for it. But then, you know, I remembered, oh, right,
Featuring
SpongeBob
Steve from Minecraft.
I mean, to be fair, Sega All-Star Racing also had some real crossovers like Wreck-It Ralph, the Team Fortress guy, and that one shit.
Danica Patrick.
Yeah.
So, I guess there's something
Sonic
weird.
the
crossover.
Hedgehog.
Okay, so Alex,
All right, Joe.
for Sun and Moon medals, you'll need around 100 Moon medals to get to all the night stages, and 120 Sun medals to get to all the day stages.
Whoa.
Oh boy.
And I only have about 30 of each.
Well, that should get you to Chunin's night stage.
I gotta go to Chunin now? Thought I had to go to Holoska.
No, you only go to Holoska. No, you go to Holoska after you clear Spagonia.
But I did clear Spagonia.
I'm talking about Spagonia A as well as the boss.
Okay, hang on. But the professor told me to go to Holoska.
Yeah, and after you clear the day stage, go back to the professor.
Oh.
Alright, what else? Yes, let's see. Let's see, another Punch-Out game, but this time with puppets. Felt that
That's gonna be interesting, yeah.
Right hot off the heels of the Muppets attraction getting closed down.
What else? Let's see, Mouse
a follow-up to Bloodstain, I believe, yeah. Which...
Atomic Heart got a sequel.
Bloodstained was a lame game.
But a follow-up to Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, I mean, but I enjoyed it. In fact,
I guess Atomic Heart got a sequel out of nowhere.
Crispy fucking critters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I guess probably one exciting one. Scott Pilgrim's getting another game.
Oh, I hope it's gonna be better than the Netflix show.
Oh, what a disaster that one.
That was one of my examples in my Brown M&M's video.
I just wish it didn't, got advertisement as an adaptation of Scott Pilgrim.
Bait and switch. That's Netflix for you. Looking at you, He-Man. That got dirtied.
Thanks, Kevin Smith.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey, speaking of which, Kevin Smith, still haven't apologized to Clownfish TV yet? Oh wait.
Hey, Super Meat Boy's back, I guess.
I didn't pay any attention to that. Frankly, I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to it. Oh, I gotta go to the capital.
See
Super
now.
Meat Boy's back in 3D. Woo. Yeah, because it's free.
Hi, Amy. Hi, Amy.
Let's see.
I'm waiting on the MXR Rockman pedal to ship. I saw that I think it was Rexilab.
Yeah.
That is not Rexilab. Some guitar reviewers have got their hands on the MXR Rockman pedal already. It's like, guys, people have had this thing pre-ordered for months, and you're sending it out to reviewers before you're sending it out to the fucking customers who paid for it?
Oh, yeah.
Alright, and now Eggman has brought out over the creatures.
Shit. What was I saying? Damn it, lost my train of thought. I guess I can always say it. I low-key forgot the Switch was releasing today.
The village elder has gone missing, looking for our most precious treasure.
But, you know,
It's a good
I've
luck
really
charm.
forgot the Switch 2 release today because on that day because, you know, I was too busy playing Elena and Deltarune 2.
Yeah, I was gonna
Deltarune.
say, Deltarune, the full version of Deltarune, well, not full version, but, you know, Deltarune has
Chapter
been released.
4.
Yeah, 3 and 4 has been released. You can pay $25 for the game, or you can pay $30 for it and the soundtrack. And I wound up paying
Honestly,
the
good deal.
Yeah, I wound up paying the 30-some for it and the soundtrack, and I have to say, I've only played about 2 hours of the game so far, of Chapter 3 so far, or I've gotten to the second round.
Yeah.
I
did play the Chapter 3.
Second round of Chapter 3 already, and I'm having a great time.
Yep.
I
went out to play Deltarune Chapter 3 for the live stream.
Frankly, and I've said this, I'm actually recording like an offline Let's Play of it, just sort of a first impressions. I haven't decided if I'm going to release it yet. There's a section in the second video where, you know the part where Susie's playing the drums?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or I just
haven't
started
finished
singing.
Chapter 3, but I think I got to that, yeah.
Yeah, you got to the Guitar Hero part, right?
I got the Guitar Hero part, yes.
Okay, yeah, there's a part in there where Susie's playing the drums and she's playing them like Lars Ulrich playing a Dragon Force song, and I just started singing Into the Fire and the Flames, and towards the end of that, I got kind of screechy, and I was like, this is gonna destroy my credibility as a singer. I should definitely release this.
Alex, let me tell you something. And some people all have questioned my credibility as a singer, including you. So, I don't think
honestly,
anybody's going to care.
Kevin, it's a joke. I'm definitely going to put the video out eventually.
I would hope so.
Sonic!
I will say this though, this game made me appreciate, man, I miss Toby.
Obanamani?
No, the fox.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. It makes you go, oh yeah, that's why I like Deltarune. And surprisingly, the fanbase is keeping quiet about this. I have not seen a single spoiler.
No, although I have seen that apparently somebody was complaining about something that happens in the weird route. Now, I will say, guys, how the fuck did you not get filtered by the genocide route in Undertale? Because we're talking about literally deleting the fucking, killing all the people in it and deleting the fucking game. How are you such fucking pussy-ass bastards that you think that
about doing the wrong
literal genocide is somehow like less bad than whatever the fuck goes on in Snowgrave?
Yeah, look, I mean, I guess I'm going to talk about Undertale Yellow in a bit.
Gonna...
I did kind of feel like the genocide around that game was kind of bad because it kind of defeats
Shut up, Tails.
It's not supposed to be fun, let's be real. The genocide was scared to say, look,
why,
I get it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't play, like, I have
guys,
refused to play the genocide route, just because I was like, I like these characters, I don't want to kill them, you know? Well,
and I get what, man, it's kind of pretentious just to, you know, sell a message, but at the same time, though...
Well, it's like, people who really try and...
I mean, I know, I get it. Games are supposed to be fun.
Like, people who try and say stuff like... Shut the fuck up, Chip. So people who really try and say, like, oh, the game, like, railroads you and shit like that, it's like, no, like they literally do tell you who is, like, there is a tutorial in the game, and you're, like, the stuff that you're not supposed to do, is kinda, is kind of shown, and then, like, you know, the first time through, when the monsters start attacking you, you know, you don't necessarily know, like, what's going on. It's like, it can kind of be forgiven, and even Sans is like, Kyle, you didn't really understand what was going on, you know?
Which is kind of why I miss old when Undertale first came out, because at least that way most people could get the neutral run on their first try, because, you know, everybody knows the trick now, so it's like...
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, within the first 4 or so years of that game being out, that was really like the prime time to be getting into it, and now I'm just trying to lightspeed dash game, and you're not letting me.
Alex, you can't do that until you get until you get to Shamar.
Yeah.
More?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay.
But yeah,
so
I mean, I remember watching early playthroughs, and a lot of people killed Foreo.
You have to wait a while.
Yeah, I didn't realize...
Yeah, like Kevin, he just got the lightspeed dash right now.
It's like, I didn't realize that you even could spare her, you know?
Yeah. Because honestly, I guess Undertale is one of those games that is just best enjoyed blind as possible.
Oh my god. There's the fucking boots. Okay.
Oh.
And I guess finish Kevin. Yeah.
Like, I had no... I tried talking to her, you know? Well, and I tried doing everything that I could think of. I thought, you know, it was gonna be, you know, one of those situations where it's like, because the game does kind of signpost that, or it's like,
yeah,
like, if you... And she says, like, you know, prove to me that you're strong enough. Is like, I completely fucking fell for that. That was really good. That was a good little twist of fate there.
Yeah, and it's impossible. And you know, once you go down the whole beat out route, it's kind of impossible to, you know, spare, because the game will always, once you get her low enough health, it will always crit and instantly kill her.
Yep.
And of course, the game does, and most people are most likely gonna reset and try a different route, and the game, and that'll show the message. The game remembers everything you do.
Yep.
And no matter how
the game does not forget.
No matter how heartless Vegeta was during his playthrough of Undertale, oh, he was sad and he was forced to kill Toriel.
I love it. Oh. Yeah. Honestly, that playthrough is the best example of first-time players of Undertale.
Yep.
As for the whole back genocide, I mean, I know people will say, oh, it's gonna ruin the completionist and that sort of thing, and like, well, I mean, yeah, sure, I can get that angle, but at the same time, though, not everything should be complete, just because it can be. I mean, here's a recent example. I recently finished Battle Network 1, completed 100%, killed base, got all 176 chips. It was a terrible experience. Would never do it again.
I mean, in my case, like, I think it took me 2 playthroughs to 100% South Park: The Stick of Truth. I did the fighter at first, but then once I went with the assassin, that was the most fun I've had with South Park, because just racking up damage and debuffs and...
I mean, I know. Some people were like saying, like, oh yeah, what if I love completion in games, or maybe I'm an achievement hunter and that sort of thing, because, you know, people play...
Well, you know,
I mean, again, people
fucking luck to you with all those busy work achievements Toby created.
Yeah, and also if you're playing the Battle Network collection, have fun random encounters, because, you know, you want those boss battle chips. There are random encounters with a 3% chance of encountering. And you gotta get an S rank, and even then, it's not guaranteed you'll get the chip you want, because there's a 50% chance you'll just get money, and
Orange Jesus be damned.
See, this is why I never went for 100%. Never really go for 100% in anything.
I mean, it depends. Really,
it depends on the game I'm working with.
That tells me you don't feel a lot of satisfaction from getting everything.
No, not really.
It's really the journey.
Yeah. And in my case, like, when I picked up the Mega Man X Anniversary Collection on Switch, I had a lot of fun, even, times that were frustrating, looking at UX7.
Six.
But I enjoyed my time, revisiting the games that I never thought I would have the chance to finally do again. But
Yeah.
X8 was the most fun I've had, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, also with going back to Battle Network games, just completing it from start to finish. While the first game did have first game jank. It was still fun, right?
Yeah,
even if the reward for 100% wasn't worth it, I mean, seriously, one random fight with base, and that's about it. It's not even like a forced encounter, it's a random encounter too. It's like if Kingdom Hearts decided to have you, once you get everything, Sephiroth just becomes a random encounter and you can encounter him randomly.
He's...
You're like, haha, surprise, Sephiroth's here.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Surprise, motherfucker.
And that was my pet peeve with the Mega Man... I think it was like the classic Mega Man Legacy Collection, Volume 2 specifically. Like, the version of Mega Man 8 they used was the original PlayStation version as opposed to the Saturn version, which Saturn
is odd.
Yeah, because the Saturn version at least has extra content, like a battle with Cutman and Woodman.
Once again, Capcom releasing a lesser version of a game instead of the full version. Hi, Alpha 3.
And also the fact
Evil
that
for the PC.
Tengu Man had a completely different theme from the PlayStation 1 version, which a rare Saturn W.
The Saturn version, I still say, if people are gonna play Mega Man 8, try the Saturn version.
Alright, let's go to the daytime stage.
Jesus, so many versions of Alpha 3, like Saturn probably... Yeah, the Dreamcast, PS1, the Dreamcast, and then the Saturn came after the Dreamcast, which at the time, the Saturn was like the most feature-rich version of the game. And the fact, Guile and Evil Ryu were unlocked right from the get-go in the Saturn version, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to
and then came the Game Boy and PSP version, which is the full version and the most complete version, which Capcom to this day will not release.
Yeah. God damn it, Capcom Fighting Collection 2.
And also, yeah, because like they released the Cap by Alpha.
Alright, I think I'm overthinking things again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strange enough, Alpha 3 Upper was utilizing Sega Dreamcast hardware for the arcade release.
Oh, you missed it.
Damn it.
God dang it.
Like, seriously, it is the weirdest thing with Capcom. It's like they don't want to re-release that version, and they know to say why.
Yeah, and it's like... And surprise, surprise, there was like two different versions of Capcom vs. SNK. Like, the original one, that did get a release on the Dreamcast, but then SVC1 Pro was like Japan only, which added Dan and Joe. Wait. Dan, Joe, Nakaruru.
Don't underestimate me.
Yep.
Evil Ryu and Evil Orochi Iori.
Yeah.
Also, then again. Yeah.
Most people are gonna play 2 because, why would you go back to 1?
Yeah, because it's even more weird. CVS 1 felt like a KOF game, so like to do like the mediums you had to like hit a specific direction and heavy punch, which that felt awkward in my opinion.
Yeah.
Even as...
Yeah.
And the fact that Joe just felt incomplete. He only had like 3 moves and a special super. He didn't have like Batsu skin.
Oof.
Yeah, one of his damaging moves.
That's weird. It's like Ryu without the donkey. That's like Ryu without the Tatsumaki.
And I believe, Kia was a bit of an oddball, because he, in CBS 1, he played more like how he did in KOF 94 and 95, but in comes CBS 2, he played more like how he did in 96 and onwards.
Yeah. Which is for the better. I mean, it's the one everybody prefers.
Bodiga, arutaze, bodiga, narataze.
Yep.
Predictable.
Amae.
Predictable. Are you okay?
Costa. Oh.
Man.
Game.
I mean, if we're not gonna get Marvel 2, Marvel 4 ever, at least we can get Capcom vs. SNK 3, maybe.
Yeah.
Please.
That was awkward.
That was indeed awkward.
Oh, yes. Yes, it was.
Like, please.
So, apparently Warner Brothers and Discovery are splitting into 2 different companies again.
Oh!
Why?
Yeah.
What was even the point of the act?
It's not just gonna be
them.
that they're splitting back along the lines of what they used to be. No. So, they're going to become a company that's media and a company that's news. So there's going to be a company... Yeah, so they're going to have, like, well, there's going to be, like, fake stuff and real stuff, essentially.
Oh.
Fake news.
Riveting.
Oh, joy.
And so CNN and Discovery Channel and all that, that's going to be its own thing. And, all the entertainment stuff like HBO, DC, Warner Brothers, etc., that's gonna be its own thing. Also, apparently Superman started off as this episodic story.
Are we talking about the new movie?
Yeah, the new movie, yeah. James Gunn's Superman, I should have said. James Gunn's Superman started off as an episodic story, where it was divided into days. And test audiences hated that concept, so they've re-edited the film.
So that's why the trailer feels like there's like so many different stories wrapped into one.
Yeah. Well, that was the big failing of Superman the movie, was that it was a series of barely connected vignettes that didn't inform the overall conflict between Lex Luthor and Superman.
Of course, the classic movie mistake, trying to cram so many adaptations into one film. Spider-Man tried to do that with 3.
And The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
And, no, wait, Flash, no, wait, Flash went
yeah, Flash definitely did that.
Both the TV show and also the movie.
Yeah.
Because I forget which plot they tried to mix together, but I know it was something.
So they essentially took Flashpoint Paradox and mixed it with... So the Flash movie is Flashpoint Paradox...
Meets, I know that.
Meets, World Without a Superman meets, God, there's a storyline, the Savitar storyline, essentially.
Oh, from the CW show?
Well, the Savitar storyline in the CW show was taken from the comic.
I mean, Savitar, because I remember Savitar was a completely different character in the CW show.
Oh, yeah.
I did read it up during the cons when Season 3 came out. I was like, huh, Savitar's a lot different.
Yeah.
And then we find out until the end, where it's like, oh yeah, there's evil Barry Allen.
The villain was secretly an evil Flash all along. Who could have fucking guessed? That's only been the plot of the last 3 seasons.
I'm Barry Allen. I'm Barry Allen, the fastest man alive.
The Flash was that there was another evil Flash again. Who could have
seen
that coming?
I mean, they tried to do something with the Thinker. I mean, they tried to do that with the Thinker for at least for the first half, and then they went back to Speedsters again.
Oh man.
I think with the Reverse, I forget who it was. Was it Reverse Flash again?
Oh man, Reverse Flash just kept coming back because he was the only thing good about that show.
Yeah.
Grant Gustin and the rest of the cast of that show got hung out to fucking dry.
Yeah, because I'm trying to recall season 4. It was when one of Barry's kids came back from the past to the present. I mean, came back from the future and the present. And then I think, like, after a while, they dealt with the Thinker, which, ironically, the Thinker was pretty alright. With the whole body
since
switch
Alex
thing.
is in Shunan, I suppose now is a good time for me on my end to start doing some questioning.
Question.
Quest time!
But yeah.
So now
CW was.
Now we gotta do some missions involving this charming fellow, the hot dog man.
Oh, hi, Don Fabio.
Oh, yeah.
Well, CWs, you had an alright first season, a pretty good season 2, then you got weird with 3, and then it's all downhill from there.
At least we had Superman and Lois for 4 seasons, which is the only good thing Warner Brothers has put out with regards to Superman since they got rid of Cavill.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And of course, Arrow was...
I like how Tyler told the story. Tyler Hoechlin, the guy who played Superman in that show, told the story of how he got cast, and they essentially said, "Hey, do you want to be Superman for 2 episodes of the Supergirl show?" And he was like, "Sure." "Do you want to come back for the crossover?" "Sure." "Do you want to die?" "Yeah, maybe, you know." I was like, "You're not gonna die." "Oh, that's cool." "Well, do you want to have your own TV show?" "Sure." "Why not?" And then it turned into... It was supposed to be like 5 seasons. It was supposed to be like 5 seasons. They only got 4. James Gunn had them tear down the fucking Smallville set.
Oh.
Even though he could have fucking used that for his fucking movie and it would have looked better. The Smallville set in the show looks really good. The Smallville set in the movie looks like shit.
You know, I did remember one thing the CW... I think I did remember one thing. The CW Flash did reference the Smallville show once by playing the theme. Somebody... You know, we all know the theme, you know, somebody save me.
I don't care how you do it, just save me. Come on. I love that song.
Yeah. We all do.
It's so many good memories.
Yeah, it's a good song. Smallville's a good show.
It was a good show.
And we're not getting the revival because James Gunn has the same attitude towards Superman as WWE did towards other people's wrestling companies. There's no other Superman but mine.
There can only be one.
Funny, Zack Snyder didn't have that problem.
No, Zack Snyder directed a fucking tribute to the entire history of Superman, if you'll recall.
Yep.
Oh. Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, like, the only good part about the CW universe was the Superman and Lois. Supergirl sucked. Black Lightning. Okay, well, it wasn't CW at first, but then they had the crossover, now it's a part of the universe.
I remember somebody...
I forgot.
I remember somebody said, oh, they tried to imply that the reason Black Lightning wasn't getting, digital codes in the Blu-rays was because of racism. And it was like, no,
That's
it was
stupid.
it was because of contract issues, and also the show wasn't very good.
It had an alright first season, but then it got weird.
It immediately went downhill after the first season. Like every fucking CW show except for... Arrow arguably had a decent season 2, but that time skip, man, that was rough. They skipped so much good stuff with that time skip.
Ouch.
ay, ay.
Oh,
Sonic.
Sonic dropped out.
Okay.
Oh, 1 minute.
Dum-ba-da-dum-bum-ba-dum.
Game just
is Game freaking out?
Speaking of Game Freak, apparently Game Freak has a new game coming out.
Oh, yeah.
The game's stuck.
And it actually looks fairly decent. It doesn't look like a Pokemon game.
Oh.
Hello, game.
What are you doing to me, game?
Yeah. Well, fudge nuggets.
The game crashed.
It's not responding.
Yay.
And the fact that Game Freak is actually working on something non-Pokemon.
It's been forever since they did that. I think the last one they did was that, that Sonic the Hedgehog knockoff with the elephant.
Sorry, I'm just gonna try to get the game back up, so... Yep.
Oh, then again, looking at their portfolio games, yeah, they have dabbled into some non-Pokemon stuff prior. Drill Dozer on the Game Boy, I believe, back in 2005.
Let's try this again. There.
Tembo the Badass Elephant.
Yeah, that's a weird fucking game.
I have never played that, and I'm like, what the heck is this?
It's a kind of a glitchy game. I remember a lot of people thought that it was an indie game until they saw the Game Freak logo on it. People were willing to give it a lot more leeway at first, but then they realized that, wait a second, no, this is a Sega Game Freak joint, you know? It's like, this is...
Let's try this again.
Mainstream as fuck.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, their newest game that they have for next year is Beast of Reincarnation, being published by Fictions. PS5, Windows, Xbox Series X and S. Sounds about right.
Oh yeah, speaking of Xbox, apparently the new Xbox games for, the new Xbox Studios games that are being released on PS5. Funny that I have to specify that. A bunch of those are just gonna be codes in a fucking box.
Oh, great! Just exactly similar to what the Switch 2 is.
Yeah, well, no, Switch 2 has actual games. These are all just box codes. Like, this entire wave are just shelf warmers, essentially.
Now I just feel like I want to bang my head on the bed.
And apparently they have, like, a year's shelf life, too. Which is...
Ugh!
Yeah.
We take a few steps forward and a couple steps back. What the fuck?
God damn it, I got beaten by tiny things.
Ouch.
This level needs more checkpoints.
You're gonna be saying that about Eggman Land, Alex? There. Boyakasha.
Like cowabunga, dudes.
Like cow motherfucking bunga, biatches. By the way, that hot dog vendor, he totally has a Hitler stash.
Vende Fiora says, vi estimas todos, vi heil, right in the Fiora's face. I'm gonna box you with your minions. I've already killed that dang wizard, Chip. Please stop talking.
Chip doesn't know how to stop talking, Alex.
I'm going to program a method of stop talking into that fuzzy little brain of yours.
Looks like Chip has studied the art of Omachow, of not shutting up.
Omachow is less annoying.
How do you figure?
Omachow doesn't spawn things in the middle of the fucking game.
Yeah.
What is the best combo in all of God of War?
No!
Oh, Jesus.
Alex, you almost sounded like Jason Griffith dying in this game.
God fucking damn it!
I'd have to be like, hey, Jason Griffith, could you say God fucking damn it? And he'd be like, oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of swearing.
Oh, that's gonna cost you extra.
Yes.
It's a good thing I'm making a net gain in lives. I don't want to do a complex combo, I just want to grab it and throw it at something. There we go.
Yeah, there was once a really interesting bit of fan art where it essentially depicts Shadow and Chip many years into the future, and it looks like they're out of every one of Sonic's companions, they're the only ones left. That's depressing.
Yeah. That's kind of sad. Yeah. Shadow's cool. Chip is lame.
Yeah, but it makes. Yeah, but when you know about Chip's lore,
oh, I know about Chip's lore. I just think he's lame. Bye. Oh, God fucking damn it. Swear to God, I hit the button! Raising 929 says, yo, is this like an achievement race?
No.
No, it's not.
No, this is just a race of who can beat the game faster.
And right now, even though I was doing alright, the game hates me.
The game is secretly out for blood.
We paid for blood!
The game wants to drink my milkshake.
Does it believe your milkshake can bring all the boys to the yard?
Yeah, it brings all the hedgehogs to the yard. So I'm not sure what benefit that is.
And they're like, it's better than yours?
Yeah. I've never really understood that song, because that's either a really inept sex metaphor or just a really petty conversation.
Meanwhile, someone in the crowd be like,
do it again, Griffin. Oh, come on, I just did it like 5 times. Do it!
Oh, man. Oh.
Hey, fucking Buzz Bomber. Get over here.
Oh, man. Huh.
Are you sure you're feeling good, Sonic?
I think we might even be doing alright.
Oh my god. So, apparently, yeah, Yakuza 0 Director's Cut is out, and surprise, surprise, for Cosmic Kiryu, they had gotten a separate actor to do the singing voice for Kiryu.
Yay! Yay. Seriously, whoever did the auto-tune on Yongya's voice needs to be fired. Because that is the worst auto-tune, that is the worst audio engineering I've heard in any song. Aside from aside from the ones in Joker 2. Actually, no, I think it might be worse than the ones in Joker 2. Because even though Joaquin Phoenix's voice is horribly auto-tuned in that movie,
yeah,
he at least tried. Which is more than I can say for Yonya. I like how in that karaoke segment, and he said, "We're breaking the rules." Yeah, we're breaking the rules of good music.
Together.
Breaking the law, breaking the law.
Breaking the law, 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 breaking the law.
Yet all tenderness.
And then you hear just randomly in the background, Dame-da-de,
Oh man. Just hearing Greg Chun perform that is quite a treat.
Okay.
And surprisingly enough,
I'm gonna sound like an idiot. I have to hit A to grapple things, right? When I'm jumping.
Yeah.
It's circle. It's the B button.
B button. Okay. Sonic.
Surprisingly enough, in the
it's the button you press to grab enemies.
No! Fuck!
Oh Jesus.
I jumped at the right time. I hit the B button. And it didn't fucking work.
Well, that is the button you're supposed to press. I don't know what else to tell you.
Game fucking hates me.
Yeah. But, yeah, surprisingly enough, Yakuza 0 was voice directed by both Greg Chun and Kara Karen, and I saw them posted on their social media. It's like, yeah, they were both involved in it.
Somebody ended up taking in that bit in JoJo Part 4 where Keicho Nijimura, in the Japanese version, says Dame da ne e to Josuke. Hey, and then they're like, wait a second.
Just a darn minute, Doc.
And then they replay the audio a few times, and then eventually they get him to do the Yakuza meme.
So, this is unfortunate. Assassin's Creed 2 is still available on PC
and
on Steam. And Ubisoft has bricked the fucking game.
Oh god.
Yep. Yeah, and that's why I'm forced to play the remaster.
Oh, is that one riddled with issues too?
The online DRM is fucked.
Okay, Zero, let me put it to you this way. The remaster sucked at first, but then it got better.
And it's better than not being able to play the fucking game. You know who doesn't have this problem? Pirates. You know who doesn't have this problem? GOG.com.
Yarg.
And everybody here is saying it's like, yeah, Steam should automatically issue refunds for this fucking game. And yeah, this is... Steam has issued refunds for games like this before where they've just been bricked by post-launch DRM failures. God damn it, can you not put a checkpoint closer to the fucking platforming challenge?
Alex. It's okay. It's okay. We're here for you.
You know what's not here for me? The fucking intros.
What intros?
The battle intros.
What the?
No, I'm talking about the animations where it makes me stand around while the enemies spawn in.
That's great.
Am I feeling good, Sonic? I don't know. Oh, why don't you tell me?
Perhaps
and I grabbed the wizard on the first try, and I used him to beat up his own minions.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
I only have one more set of eight hot dog trials for the daytime hot dogs. Then I gotta do the nighttime hot dogs.
Somebody commented something in what I presume to be Arabic. I don't understand that. And I'm currently playing the game,
do you speak
so
it?
I can't,
Do you understand?
You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
I was trying to go for the oh my god, it was JoJo reference I was going with. Something like that, but Golden Temperance, where he goes, do you understand?
It's Yellow Temperance.
Yeah, Yellow Temperance, thank you.
I'm Yellow Temperance of the Temperance card. Gaze upon me with envy.
Oh god.
I think aside from Phantom Blood's dub, that might have been the first time I heard Ray Chase.
For me, it was with Maji.
Who did he voice him?
Maji
Oh, right, Sharka.
Yeah, because that along with was pretty much my first exposure to him and Erica Mendez.
No. Okay. Okay, you motherfuckers are all goddamn dead. I have fought too goddamn hard to get here, and now I'm gonna kill all of you. There's no mercy.
Sonic. Alex
I am a hedgehog without mercy.
Alex is crashing out as the werehog.
No mercy from the edge of the blade. What do I do here? What the hell do I do here? No! I hit the button. I thought you're sending me back to do all this shit again. You don't
all the way back to the beginning.
Platforming section, fucking combat. Platforming section, fucking combat. Combat section's easy. I can get through the combat. It's the platforming that causes me problems. Which is funny, because the Sonic sections don't cause me any problems. It's the fuck-ass God of War bullshit. Hey. Look at that. I spawned inside an enemy. And the game is still making me do this busy work bullshit.
Ooh. What can I say, Alex? The game loves you.
I wish it would love me a little less. Yeah. I could do with some hate. If this is what it... if this is what it considers love, I'll take hate any day.
Oh, yes.
That actually could work as a song lyric.
Ah, yes.
By the way, Alex, I did show Zero a preview of what we'll be doing on Friday.
Cool.
Let me tell you, Alex, it's going to be very confusing for you. Which is the intention. I believe one of those that I showed you was the Marvel vs. Capcom one. I do remember
your brother with your body.
Because I do remember your reaction to a certain X-23 not being featured.
Oh, yeah.
With Charles Xavier giving you a nasty death stare.
Thank you.
I will not allow you to see this. Thank you.
You know, Alex, what if Sonic Unleashed is just that that one bunny rabbit from Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy?
Oh, Jesus.
Ubisoft... Okay, so I'm reading a Reddit post here where somebody got a response from Ubisoft. They will not fix it. We've now stopped post-launch support on this game as our development team has moved on to other projects. We have no further updates planned for this title, so this issue will most likely remain in the game. We hope you will still be able to enjoy your time playing and apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused. You can't play the fucking game, jackass!
Fucking bullshit!
God.
Yeah.
God damn it, Ubisoft.
Q says he likes the jazzy battle music in the game, but he wishes there was more variation. I wish there was more variation. I wish there wasn't as many fucking platforming sections with this slow-ass bitch.
What would you rather have?
Daylight sections where I can play as Sonic the fucking Hedgehog. I'll take playing as Knuckles. I want to play as Knuckles, guys. Can I play as Knuckles?
Knuckles is too busy.
Yeah,
He's too busy dealing with.
Yeah, Knuckles is too busy not being in his own game.
He's too busy guarding the Chaos Emerald.
Knuckles needs another game.
No, Alex, I know what Knuckles is doing.
Knuckles is bowling with Wade.
Yep.
Yes.
Frankly, I want to see Knuckles bowling featuring Wade Whipple from the Sonic the Hedgehog series. Knuckles Funky Bowling. Featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
Why Dante?
Because he's fallen on hard times and needs to get his feet back underneath him after that stupid TV show.
Suck it, Adi Shankar.
I've become convinced that Adi Shankar is just a crazy person.
Yeah.
Alex, you don't really
insane stuff.
Alex, you don't need a TV show to tell you that.
No. Well, I wasn't talking about the TV show. I was talking about his Twitter feed.
Oh yeah, that too.
Where he says the kind of things that would get a normal man committed.
Yeah.
Vastly contradictory statements for no apparent reason. I've always thought that Werehog was a miss. Knuckles was right there as the series brawler who would have been perfect for these sections. Q says that the Knuckles TV show is depressingly bad. I liked it. I wish we'd have gotten more of, like... Because I wanted Knuckles to be the bowling partner.
Yeah.
I wanted them to make an Air Bud reference, where they'd say, "Well, there's no rule against a giant anthropomorphic echidna playing bowling with as Wade's partner, so."
Alright, so I've cleared all the daytime hop. Time to feed all this to Sonic. Consume your fill, Hedgehog! Consume it!
He will never be full.
Yes.
Come on! I'm pushing the button as hard as I fucking can.
Holy shit.
Woo!
We here at the Mehtly crew do not condone child abuse.
We do, however, We at the Mehtly crew do not condone this kind of level design.
We do, however, consider it really dumb.
Can I petition for them to add a save state in the next update of this game?
That depends.
I wanted to love it so much. Did quite like the rotating camera scene with the mom in the kitchen. Probably my favorite fight in that series. That was a good one. They did a better job with that fight scene than some TV shows I could mention.
Like, or such as?
The Last of Us.
Alex, that's too easy.
No, because The Last of Us Season 1 actually had really good fight choreography and blocking and everything, and all the shots lined up with each other, and now the second season, and it's like, and here's the thing, I wrote out a plot synopsis for the second season as I was watching it, and so, like, all of that is just stuff that I wrote out, like, a month or two ago when the show actually came out, not as the episodes were airing. I've got whole new sections about the crimes against the art of filmmaking that show commits. I caught that TFS reference. Awesome. Never seen or played The Last of Us. If you want a piece of, like, a lame Resident Evil fan fiction made in the Uncharted engine, play The Last of Us.
Alright, it's time to clear a couple of laps
on
Windmill Island.
of The Last of Us elsewhere on this channel.
You can find my playthrough of it on my channel.
Yes. I would recommend I would recommend watching the first season. First season's pretty good. It has some issues, but most of its issues can be forgiven. The first game so far has been a fucking mess. You go onto the shorts for this channel, which is the only shorts we have posted to this channel. You can see a video, and if you can get past the fact that my CPU was having a fight with my audio card at the time, you will be treated to my PlayStation 5 being crashed by a zombie biting Joel's neck out. Still a more dignified death than he got in the sequel.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna beat him up the old-fashioned way. Weird Sonic is grunting in frustration at how long these levels take.
Yeah.
Alex is grunting in frustration about how long these levels take.
Yeah.
Yeah?
And as Sonic once said in Sonic 06, how long is this gonna go on?
As Clement has used in his review of 06.
Oh yes. Oh
okay.
Man,
okay.
That was a good amount of 6 hours of him yelling.
Yep. And potentially getting drunk.
Standing here, I realize you were just
never forget the one time every time he dies in Super Meat Boy, he would take a drink.
Yep.
I hate Mega Man X6!
I think we'll both agree That violence breeds violence, but in the end it has to be this way. Thank fucking God!
What happened?
It's a checkpoint! It's a checkpoint!
Oh,
Put your hands
goody!
together for a checkpoint!
Yay!
You made me play that fucking level 5 fucking times. And now I get to never do it again.
Yeah! I don't care. At the very least, this will save my progress, so I can actually play the goddamn stage.
Oh, God damn it.
Yes, I'm that crazy. Let's just pretend that didn't happen. All of a sudden, I am sucking royally at the stage.
I am become Death Destroyer of stages.
Okay, Alex, would you like to go to Six Flags so I could get you an ice cream cone? I'll take that silence as a yes.
Sure.
Sound about right.
Finally. Yeah. We accomplished nothing in that stage, except getting 1 Unsun Medal and 2 Moon Medals. And the death of that robot. He had it coming.
Oh my fucking God. Okay. Haven't gotten around to playing Project 06 yet, but it looks like it fixes the bulk of the issues with Base 06. It does. Labor of love kind of thing. You should... At this point, I think there's gonna be another version, like one that's kind of like this game, so you might want to hold off until that happens. But if there's not, Project 06 is a good way to experience the actual
game.
Yeah, the actual game.
Hang on a second.
Oh God!
All right. All right, let's exercise. Let's exorcise the demons.
Yes.
Woof.
Yep.
I've exorcised the demons. All right, let's go talk to Mr. Hot Dog Man. Finish in 20 minutes.
Well, yeah.
Ba-da-da-da,
Can anyone hear me?
What the heck?
Anyone hear me?
No.
No.
Okay, so I was... Here's the thing. I had my mic turned down real low, and then I was just whistling. And I noticed that the volume levels were going up and down, and so I kept the volume real low, and I just started screaming. And apparently, even at minimum volume, you can hear me. Gizmo says, stay whelmed. Haha. Q says, yeah, I played 06 when it first released. Flawed, but still enjoyable for what it was, except the speed-up sections. Those sucked balls. Yeah, you're quiet. Yeah, that would have been because I had minimum volume on. Yeah. Yeah, some of the speed sections weren't that bad. Most of them were really, kind of funky, though. Normal sound now. Yeah, I turned up the mic. Come on, I'm trying to unleash. No, that wasn't what I was trying to do. Wasn't what I was trying to do, game.
Come here, I call you. Who joined?
Sonic's back.
Okay. Alright. In case you're wondering, I'm on my own filler.
God damn it. And Sonic's out again.
Of course.
Must be having internet troubles.
Mash the button.
Ooh.
even unlocked Knockout Brawler.
Yeah, that's when you have taken out a whole bunch of
he's
them.
back. Welcome back. And, we spoke too soon.
Okay, there we go. Just
Sonic's
messing
handling in
around.
the speed-up sections was somehow both slippery and stiff. Yes, it was. Not being able to turn mid-air forced a lot of commitment at every jump. Yeah. It was retro hard. Kind of misplaced retro hard, I'd say.
What was retro hard?
Sonic 06.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and also saving.
Ooh, yeah. The saving system, in my opinion, is so fucked up in 06.
Yeah.
Never
Saving
did
that run. No autosave. Manual save.
Yeah. I could have sworn the manual save worked in 06, but we're just like, nope.
It does.
Manual
You only allowed
lies.
to save. You only save until like after every stage, but that's about it.
Ugh.
And considering these are 06 stages, which which can last up to 10 minutes. Especially if you're playing a silver.
Unless you're playing Project 06.
Yeah, but we don't count. I know, which is the better version, but we don't count that. We're talking raw 06.
Talking about
It's
Raw
the
Dog
Norman-
and that hedgehog, just like Princess Elise.
Yeah.
Please, no.
All you need.
I don't need that mental image in my head, Alex.
Sonic 06, it's like playing Devil May Cry 2. You don't play it because you want to, you only play either A because it's the only thing you haven't played, or you're just that curious.
Oh, yeah.
Because after all, I am the kind of
Trying to
person
kill
that
this
says that
fucking
you...
whiz robe.
Because while I will admit, yeah, you could get your opinion basically on what everyone else says about something, at the same time, you gotta at least try something. At least want to get the proper opinion on it.
I don't want a
Blind-
critical attack. I want to use you as a weapon against your kin.
There's a difference between blind hate
Oh, hi,
and blue
Tails.
hate.
What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be in this stage.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a remember, Case, there's a difference between blind hate and having your own opinion. You're just stealing it from a YouTuber's.
Oh, yeah.
Even if sometimes that YouTuber's opinion might be similar to yours and it's the only opinion you might need, it's still better to get your own opinion on it, damn it.
Sonic 06 only has one thing going for it, and that's Pete Capella as Silver. That's Billy Loomis saying that.
His performance was...
It's no use. Take
Take
this.
this!
Yeah,
honestly,
that...
you only play 06 for the music, and that's about it.
I can't really say much for Daisuke Ono as Silver, but...
Daisuke Ono's way better.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Funnily enough, that was during the time when his career was slowly but surely taking off. Especially him playing Nameless in KOF 2002 Unlimited Match.
No healing. I'm not allowed to heal.
You can heal this guy? Alright.
Princess Elise, yeah.
Alright, rings.
I see what they were going for, but why couldn't they have had it be Amy?
It was a reboot. A bad
Amy,
reboot.
but Amy's in the game.
They have to keep Sonic and Amy relationship non-old friends. No relationship.
Oh my fucking god.
What?
There will be nothing that will get between me and this fucking star. Even if he supports the leftist mafia, he's still a good voice actor. Hey, fuck it. No, Sonic, we're not starting this goddamn stage over. I got a D rank. I do not give a fuck.
Can I start over?
Oh.
No. You cannot.
Alright, so what? I guess what are our card for stuff with elephant in the room we haven't discussed or while I was gone? Did we talk about the Crunchyroll Awards?
Crunchyroll had an awards show?
Oh, I heard that was a shit show.
Yep.
Crunchyroll had the awards show.
Usually
Take a while, guess who was number one?
Solo Leveling, that show that people keep trying to get me to watch.
I was watching.
It's literally just you can get your appearance solo by just watching clips of the fight.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've watched the Anime Boomers. I was listening to the Anime Boomers podcast. Like, Solo Leveling, like, the anime adaptation, it's like not the greatest, but it's like because they even described it
show
best.
built on hype.
Yeah, because there's like a lot of. Yeah, in fact, I think they pointed out.
Hope you enjoyed the boss fight, Alex. And guess what? There was Sun and Moon medals scattered throughout that. Throughout the boss stages.
Because even I heard the manhwa for Solo Leveling. There was like a lot of stuff that was just straight up got cut out and was just not present in the anime.
I mean, let's be honest here. Just like the manhwa and the original story, is there anything really work? Because let's be honest, you watch Solo Leveling, it's basically junk food. The anime. You watch it because you don't want to care much about this. Sure, it had some interesting world premise, but that's not why you're here. You're here for a power family and watch what's his name do cool stuff.
Sung Jin Woo.
I don't give a shit about his. Because let's be honest, his name could be. Michael make everything. I can do everything.
And meanwhile, Bleach, which I felt was more worth it got nothing.
I still say Freerun was robbed.
Yeah.
Oh, Freerun is I call Crunchyroll funny roll. I call it Funchy Stuffgaplex.
Crunchymation in my case.
And I already know exactly how that damn show got the cover, because let's be honest, most people only like the show because it's hype mode, which, sure, I get it, it skips the fluff and goes right to the thing, but at the same time, it's literally, what's the word? All substance and no... It's like eating
no substance.
Yeah, it's like eating a burger, it's like eating a hamburger, but it's like... It only
has more nutritional value.
It's like the kind of hamburger where they have all the good stuff, but none of the nutrients or anything.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, it's just bacon, and bacon. Which, it does sound great, but at the same time, you're just gonna get real sick of it real quick once it loses its structure and you can tell the story. Hell, I can explain every story arc right now. Sung Win-ju gets the level up. He fights some powerful enemy, a ore farm. He might struggle a bit. Then he gets a new way to level up. Then he gets a new power up. He beats the bad guy with ore farming. Rinse and repeat. Oh yeah, and I guess, I don't know, maybe show in some random character, just, I guess, do the...
the funny thing...
I need you to not be like you are.
I need you to not suck.
What was that jobber effect? The Wharf effect. Yeah, the Wharf effect. Also use the Wharf effect a lot.
Q just finished watching Freerun last week, thought it was a very good show, like slow burn stories.
It's really great. Yeah. Both the dub and the sub is great.
Freerun has this weird meme of one of the main characters just being an overall racist against demons.
That's stupid. Look, that's because they're evil.
Yeah.
They are actually 100% evil. They've even showed us multiple times. They are, in fact, unrepentant evil. The only people they sympathize because they look human. Which honestly is the point, because they're trying to learn how to eat us faster.
No, Sonic!
So if anything, them people sympathizing with the demons is actually working.
Yeah, and it would their strategy would unironically work in the Netflix May Cry universe.
Yes. Like literally, if these demons were in real life, like their strategy would 100% work.
The One Piece dub, that's largely because Toei Animation and Eiichiro Oda scrutinized the hell out of it. No agendas allowed. Yeah.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
You know, the funny thing is, Sonic, you mentioned aura farming and solo leveling, and all I could think is the fact that that one artist I commission every now and then did an art piece on Piccolo and Sung Jin Woo.
The strongest aura farmer of old versus the strongest aura farmer of today.
Wow, that boss fight was lame. Oh. Wow, that stage of the boss fight was really lame.
Yep.
Hope you enjoy the rest of it.
It's gonna be more of the same, isn't it? Beat it down.
Yep.
Excuse me, beat it down.
But yeah, I guess in the weird way.
Quick time event.
I guess in a weird way, you could say solo level is basically why people like Demon Slayer so much. They don't give us they could probably give two shits about the story, but it's all about the Flash.
Demons are shown to be irredeemable. The paranoia is warranted. I agree, Q. Billy Loomis says One Piece's dub also has script writers who read the manga. Yeah.
That's kind of the thing. I feel like Crunchyroll, they're kind of pandering to like the shonen people.
Or merely the new face.
They're not pandering to the shonen people. If they were pandering to the shonen people, they'd actually make their adaptations of shonen shows worth fucking watching.
Yeah. It's mostly the new whatever's popular, or I guess but because again, Solo Leveling is like Demon Slayer, except at least Demon Slayer at least has character depth, even if it is not that big.
Depth.
More
I guess I could
leveling.
say more than Solo Leveling.
Alex, that's
the only character that's probably good in Demon Slayer is I know I'm a bad example because I can't remember his name, but the ninja from the ninja Hashira.
That's
Sound
Tengen Uzui.
Tengen is voiced by Ray Chase and Katsuyuki Konishi.
Yes. Miss Tengen. He was the best character, and and that's why he had to leave the show, because he was too good for this show.
Yeah.
Man,
unfortunately, that battle against the demon brother and sister really took a toll on him. Yeah, the demon.
Yeah, he lost his arm.
But hey, at least he gets to sleep with his 3 hot wives.
Yeah.
So you know what? He got off. You know what? He's a winner. Best Demon Slayer character by far. Because at least he had a pretty good backstory and everything.
Yeah.
Which is kind of why he had to leave the store, because he was literally too good for it.
Yeah, and Demon Slayer just decided they wanted to plot armor a bunch of bullshit.
Well, I mean, Tanjiro is literally plot armor.
He's walking, talking plot armor.
Him and his sister.
Oh, god damn it, I hit the wrong button. Funimation's best dub was Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Maybe I'm just biased towards Vic Mignogna, but the dub was so raw in terms of emotion and impact. That is a good dub.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, his sister's less of a character, more of a literal plot device.
Yeah.
We need the villain, for the villain to either get something, or the villain is just to get Tanjiro out of a mess.
Yeah. Gyu is personally my favorite character in the show, because
what the fuck happened there?
That's like one of the few times where Johnny Young Boss gets to voice a character by Takahiro Sakurai.
Is amazing.
Yeah, and then we're gonna get into the final arc, because I've read
Thankfully, Full Metal Alchemist is done, and we will never have to deal with it being fucked ever again.
Except in live action.
The live action movies do not count. They're always bad.
Yeah.
I heard the one live action Full Metal FMA movie they did, like, they got both Vic and Aaron Dismuke back.
Yeah, they only got those two and Caitlin Glass back, but they got nobody else.
Yeah.
Oof.
And
they didn't even get Travis.
But yeah, freaking. I guess that's kind of a cool thing. People want to turn. I guess maybe that's why teachers quit their jobs, because students can't read.
I suspect, based on how badly the dub was mixed, that 1, it was recorded remotely, and 2, that somebody thought that Vic was playing Alphonse.
Even though Aaron was playing Alphonse.
Well, I can't come up with any reason why Vic's audio would sound as metallic as it does without them applying some kind of filter to it. Because Vic has a good microphone. He's a professional voice actor and singer.
He actually knows how this shit works.
Yeah. He ain't no spring chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a professional.
Ah, god damn it.
The reason I brought that up about JYB and Kakuyo Sakurai playing Gyu is like, now I can make the joke that both X and Zero are in Demon Slayer.
Woo. Steve.
I know.
Maybe I'll give him. Maybe I'll give my final fucking teaser once the free fucking movies. God damn it, Anakin, you're doing it again.
God, yeah, I mean, god dang it, the fact that Heaven's Feel was split into 3 movies, it kind of.
At least in that instance, it was somewhat justified because they're starting over from the beginning, and plus Heaven's Feel has
another reason I love the dub. She always kills it when it comes to emotional scenes.
Yes.
When relearning the truth about her parents broke me. That was a good scene.
Yes, it was. Both in the 03 series and in Brotherhood.
But back on the thing.
I mean,
like
but
Kevin
Heaven's
said,
Feel
at
being
least Heaven's
into
Feel.
3.
Yeah, at least it had a
it was
good
at least
reason.
understandable. It's understandable, but.
Yeah, because I guess most of this plot beats, in the beginning of Phase, literally the same thing as Unlimited Blade, with just minor differences here and there. Like, Shiro gets more fucked up than usual by Berserker.
And I know I'm more inclined to agree with Kawasumi Aiko that I would love to see an adaptation of the Saber route from Ufotable.
Everybody wants to see one.
Yeah, I think.
I'm sure Kari Walgren would love to do it.
Yeah.
So would she? I really hope she does voice Altoria in the Star Rail crossover.
As long as it's union, it should be possible.
Yeah. Him and Emiya's voice actors have worked well.
Kaiji Tang.
I'm pushing the button game.
Of course, we'll have to wait and see once, I guess, I don't know, in about 2-ish weeks. Fucking. Also, I guess a minor thing, once again, not 2 strikes again, because Star Rail decided to call Altoria, but not 2 figured it out and changed it to Altria again.
God dang it, Nasu.
I don't get it. This is the one, like, literally, I don't get it, Natsu. I mean, it's only him who wants to
everyone else was like
Altria.
God,
everyone, and I mean everybody says Altoria. Even the Japanese says Altoria.
I was so happy when Funny announced that Caitlyn would voice Vivi in One Piece,
even
because not only would she sound like a princess, but she has such great dialogue during Alabasta. Speaking of Netflix DMC, I had mixed feelings. The Rabbit Demon was an absolute standout. Freaking loved him. They completely bastardized Arkham's origins. Yeah. Making him into a sympathetic accidental villain instead of the heartless bastard embodiment of psychopathy that he was in DMC3. 4 Kids ruined Vivi. It should have been Rachel Lillis as Vivi and Eric Stewart as Mr. 9 using Jesse and James' voice. I agree.
Yes. Yeah. Because at least Rachel Lillis by that point had voiced a princess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. And
see Berserk for context.
I remember meeting Rachel Lillis. She was not even a sweetheart.
Oh, that still hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that death.
Yeah, because I know she was in Genshiken as Kanako. Also voiced by Kawasumi Aiko.
You know, considering that Demon Slayer's dub had Billy Kometz in there, I'm betting since Billy Kometz didn't have any new dialogue to record or before his passing as Rui. It's more likely they're probably going to recycle voice clips of him.
That is one of the possibilities.
They did it for the party game.
Believe ya.
Come on, let this be the end.
I mean, considering that this is, you know, a sequel to a game, I forget how long it's been since the first Demon Slayer game.
Billy
but
says,
God, I
most likely
just
why couldn't have been Billy?
You know, Comic Chronicles.
Cunts instead. I gotta.
Let's not go there.
Oh dear.
I got an E rank.
Believe me,
let's not. I'm like, let's not wish death onto others, please.
Q says also Murka Bad at the end doesn't land when it got attacked first.
Let's not go there.
Come on, man.
It didn't make a lick of fucking sense in the show. Like, the fact that the fucking invading hell from the top of the World Trade Centers. I can't get over that. I cannot stress. This is a real thing that actually happens in the fucking show.
It can't.
They
it's
started
over.
an
Don't
invasion of hell by flying through portals that they opened atop the World Trade Centers.
To American Idiot?
Yes.
Set to American Idiot by Green Day.
Minus one
Don't wanna
part
be
of
an
the
American idiot.
Yeah, no, it's the censored version of the song.
And
no, it's uncensored, but they're missing part of the lyrics.
Well, yeah, it's the.
Yeah.
You can call me the Hit America.
Yeah, that one. That line. And it's like you missed the fucking point. Well, I thought you guys were a punk band, for fuck's sake, but they let themselves get censored on the fucking New Year's, rockin' New Year's Eve party for that. Granted, you know, something
it didn't help the
but
fact
I remember
that
you used to be able to say that on TV back in the day, and thank you, Sonic. There was an episode of House MD where it was said just flat out.
It appears he's come back to his senses.
Let's see. Her voice is absolutely horrible. She doesn't have the same vocal range as Rachel or Veronica. Her main voice sounds like a grown woman pretending to be a 10-year-old girl.
Oh, God. Who's that? You're gonna have to be more specific, because that's fucking lots of
Oh, boy.
Yeah. The
I will
DMC.
say, I can't stand TBCI Team Rocket. They rhyme all the goddamn time.
Oh, God. The
my
Pokemon
God.
Company International has done a lot of shit that's just ruined Pokemon as a franchise.
Yeah. It's kind of, my comparison in this case when...
They had some commie themes throughout the show. I remember rolling my eyes a few times. Have you seen my video? Hey, you beat Dark Gaia and you can spend 3 minutes running towards the next night's stage. Yeah, Q, have you seen the video that I made about the show?
This is why I prefer freaking. This is why I prefer Skittles.
Welcome to Eggman Land, where all food is delicious Subway sandwiches.
Except no, it isn't delicious.
And somehow...
It's disgusting.
The fuck?
Oh.
And somehow, Eggman ate an entire footlong in 5 seconds.
And it causes me nothing but delay.
She had a promising start.
Oh, hey, nice sandwich you got there.
Eat fresh.
At least Jessie was close to Lilith, but after Sinnoh, it became a Valley Girl. Yeah. But I'll cue it up. Yeah. So here's something that I bring up in that. The fucking politically correct demonology about this stuff is like the plot doesn't make a lick of fucking sense.
We're still talking about DMC, right?
Yep.
Devil. Yeah,
no,
Darkom animated featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
Because I can't tell if we're still talking about Pokemon or DMC.
Yeah, we're on
TPCI killed
on
Pokemon
Netflix
and it's all Joe Merrick's fault. NGL Eggman sub sandwich in this game is, yeah, it looks delicious.
Quiet, you junkie.
Except it actually isn't.
Yeah, I think like I hated this show the more you see it.
Subway. Subway's always good.
Honest. And it doesn't help that, you know, the creator himself is kind of acting like he's the god of Devil May Cry now, even though... Ugh. Cause yeah, we all... Cause, you know, I've seen the promotion of him dressing up like Dante in that one game, and the interview of how he wished he revived the theories.
Okay, Sonic, he dressed up as Dante on Raw.
Oh god.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact in that, yeah, speaking of that, like, it didn't help that he thought like the franchise was dead when they told him, like, yeah, we're also making a DMC5.
When I first
saw
if I had
that,
when I saw the wide shot, it was just like, who the fuck is this guy dressed as Dante behind the announce table? Well, and it is like, cut to a close shot, Adi Shankar, creator of Netflix's Devil May Cry. It was like, oh! Okay.
If I had a nickel for every time two people tried to remake the Devil May Cry franchise as a way to reinvent Devil May Cry, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
I had $1 billion for every
Shauna and I are going to be rewriting
They tried to reboot DMC, I'd be a millionaire.
Helping me rewrite the English dub for the 10th anniversary special. That's cool.
Like, seriously, Ninja Fury, Anime Cry, they both thought, you know what, we'll make our own Devil May Cry, and it's going to be better than the original. Cue them both failed because they missed exactly what made Devil May Cry good.
Hey Billy, if for whatever...
Whether it be, let's make the demons good guys, or Dante's a gay cowboy.
Yeah. I think back to that, like, with the whole, like, Adi Shankar, like, kind of screwing over DMC. It's kind of like my case, or, like, with Aruze buying SNK, and as I think I said this before, like, they did more harm than good, in my opinion, and the fact that
Pachinko was machines.
Yeah, exactly.
I fucking hated what they did to Lady, though. She's a fine enough character for the setting, but the uncaring, profane demeanor wasn't Lady, and it was wrong to portray her as such.
Yeah, when Aruze bought SNK.
Yeah, no, the characters...
They killed off the Neo Geo Pocket, for goodness sakes.
Everyone in that show who's from a different game isn't.
Like that Enzo guy.
Oh yes.
He is literally Enzo from Bayonetta, except he can't be because he's fucking dead.
He's the Enzo, but what made him funny?
I fucking believe. Funnily enough, in Bayonetta, Enzo is voiced by Zombozo from Ben 10.
Yeah.
Donkey.
Even though, let's be honest, Enzo's life really does suck at Bayonetta. I mean, the man literally lost his wife and kids in Bayonetta 3.
And
yeah, Bayonetta 3 was Bayonetta 3 was also a catastrophe for Bayonetta.
The fact that am I gonna die if I go in there?
Uh-oh.
You might.
No.
This is also a shame about Bayonetta 3.
Unlike Pokemon Retranslated, we're not using the Japanese names, we're keeping the 4Kids changes for consistency. Hey, if you need a voice actor for that show, for whatever it is that you're doing, let me know. I'm always happy to lend my voice.
Same.
That's a good call.
Yeah, Damon.
Oh yeah.
Damon, would you be up for something like that?
Yeah, I would be, but I barely record.
But yeah.
Alright.
It's a damn shame about what happened to Bayonetta.
Well, you know, Bayonetta 4 is gonna be like Devil May Cry 5.
I mean, depends on where they're gonna go with the series, considering that, you know, I mean, maybe they, I would hope they can maybe try to redo Viola. Because, you know, she is kind of I mean, she's not the worst part of the game. The reason why the game was bad is just... I don't know, I guess she's like a nothing burger.
Damon would be James, that's cool.
Yes, I would be James from Pokemon. But I'm
I love it when
like this. Kind of close to,
I love it when James does it like that.
early mid-Joseph.
Good point, go!
I am a flaming Moltres!
Why was I quoting that?
A flame that lights the night! A flame that shatters the darkness! I'm a flaming Moltres! Ha 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 ha!
I think he's finally come out of his closet.
About time.
By the way, that is an actual bit from the show.
It is.
Yeah.
Want to know the reason why they keep changing up the girls in the Pokemon anime that Ash travels with? Because apparently the animation people were like, yeah, boys need a new piece of eye candy every so often. They can't just have the same thing. I'm like,
I mean...
sexism aside...
Billy says he'll be voicing Meowth and some other Pokemon. Cool. Cool.
We also need some way to reference the games, and we can't exactly change Ash's design to the main character, so let's just give him the female protagonist of each generation. And Iris, I guess.
Yeah, and Iris, whose personality sucks in the Unova series.
How did she become the champion?
You're
I
such a
have
little
no fucking
kid.
idea.
You're such a kid. Will you stop calling me a kid?
God.
I've been 10 for all eternity.
How the fuck did you become the champion, girl? Seriously, girl, how did you become the champion of the Unova region?
Oh god.
Iris, you're better in the games.
Yes, she is.
Yeah,
I prefer,
yeah, she is. Although I still don't get why she's the champion all of a sudden. Even if she has a better design as a champion.
She found a way.
I guess.
There is a way.
And don't wanna go home right now.
I mean, hey, I have no idea what the hell Pokemon anime is doing right now.
I have not
they're doing
paid
Horizon.
any fucking attention to it.
Me
Currently,
too.
the Pokemon anime is off on its own direction.
Yeah, the Horizon.
I
I
guess
feel like
for
it's kind of doing its own thing now.
Which I guess that's also good. I guess that's fine enough. I mean,
It's no longer following Ash's journey, since Ash's journey already came to an end.
yeah. Well,
Where do you go after literally doing what your series theme song tells you you're doing, which is
easy. You go to a mountain and then you wait for some random other 10-year-old to fight you.
No. Oh, the mountain spawns from right under you.
Yeah, and then you just sit there and you lose your vocal cords and you just sit there until some random 10-year-old kid takes your place. It's like the Atlas in a way. Whoever becomes the very place has to stand on Mount Silver and be a post-game final boss.
Damn it!
Why do you think Red keeps leaving? Why do you think Red keeps showing up and not Gold? Because after Gold beat him, the Gold got stuck on Mount Silver.
Q says, I have exactly 0 voice acting experience and an annoying voice, so clearly I am perfect to read some lines in your passion project. Billy says, Iris is a pain in the ass, but I loved Eileen Stevens' performance. Too bad she was left the series. She left the series and was replaced by Anaris Quinones.
Anaris Quinones?
Like, but a virtue...
Yes,
yeah, but a virtue signaler, yeah.
She is...
Hey, there's water there. The reason why
Are we talking about
doesn't
the
have
new
Ash
chick
again is
in
attributed to
X&Y?
Celebi Joe Merrick. Celebi Joe Merrick. Celebi.
Are we talking about the chick from the X and Y generation?
I actually used Cerebi.net a long time ago, since primary school. I checked that
Bulbapedia
site
for
a
me.
lot.
Bulbapedia all the way.
Though I do like
God.
Bulbapedia as well.
I really should. You know, one of these days I should replay the Pokemon games again.
Yep. But then again,
The
I
last
like the
Pokemon
older
game I
games.
played was sadly Pearl, Bright Pearl, and Diamond.
Brilliant Diamond
Are you
and Turning
talking about
Pearl.
the original DS games or the Switch remake?
No, the remake on the Switch.
I'm
Okay,
sorry,
Brilliant
man.
Diamond, Shining Pearl. I skipped those,
I never
by the way.
bothered.
You
Please
did the smart
do.
thing,
Yeah,
Caitlin.
same here.
Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah,
It wasn't
I
even
ended
my
up
copy,
getting
it was
the
my little
Legends
brother's.
Arceus.
Yeah, Legends Arceus is way better, though.
I
Here's
agree.
the problem.
Yeah.
They hit
Jeremy is responsible
they
for
essentially
forecasts in the license.
they hid in instructions on how to do a certain side quest in Legends Arceus in part of BDSP.
Oh, God.
That's dickish.
Yep.
Yep.
And I still refuse to get BDSP, because I am not getting
Yeah,
a
don't.
mediocre
So
remake.
someone who's been played the game, look, it's literally just Diamond and Pearl again,
Yeah,
but
I-
way easier.
yeah, I gave it a fair shot, but the thing is that it's lackluster.
And they did the
It's literally just
chibi
Diamond and
style
Pearl again,
wrong.
but
I mean, Super
I don't
Mario
mind the
RPG
chibi art
Link's
style,
Awakening
it's-
did it better than this.
I didn't
Jesus
buy the chibi art
Christ.
style. It was more to the lines of the fact that it's just Diamond and Pearl again.
Yeah.
Like,
Should've gone
Not even
the
Platinum.
same style as Sword
They
and
should-
Shield.
I would
Yeah,
have liked the
great.
extra content. Yeah.
like I mean,
Close
it's
to
straight
Platinum
up
as
just
well.
Diamond and Pearl. Like they didn't fix anything. Like even the Fire type Elite Four member,
Even-
playing, his team is still
even-
the
Yeah,
same.
Flint.
Like
Yeah.
2 Fire types.
They could have based the
Ambipom and his
BDSP
team,
off
mind you.
of. They could have based BDSP off of Platinum, but they didn't.
Yeah.
They just
No,
end up
it's-
using the original Diamond and Pearl as the basis.
Which is an odd choice. I mean, even because let's be honest, the Digital Diamond and Pearl was not great in some places. I mean, other than the speed thing, the teens were very lackluster. I mean, look at the Fire type roster.
Legends
By the
Arceus
way,
is a good
Alex-
game.
Yes,
It's my
only
favorite because
Chimchar
it
and
includes-
Ponyta.
it
I
excludes
think
the
even
Viper
Volkner had
and my
like an.
favorite Hoenn Pokemon.
I think Volkner had like an Ambipom on his team or something. I was like, what?
Yes, he
Yes,
did.
he did have an Ambipom, yes.
Which I'm like,
But yeah.
why?
Because we didn't have enough electric types.
Yeah. We gotta throw in an oddball Pokemon in there.
Because we can't just give them free Pokemons, no.
Last gen
or
I played was
another.
Black White, like 12 years
Even
ago. That
Emerald,
was the
at least.
last good one. Even Pokemon
Even-
Emerald at least tried to improve on Ruby and Sapphire.
Emerald.
Yeah, but that's because that's a
True.
Gold edition.
Black
And
and
that's
what
Black,
they
White,
always
Black
do.
2 and White 2 were the peak. Emerald
Yes,
was
they
also
were.
a great game.
Pokemon's been all downhill
I like
since
Sun
then.
and Moon.
Yeah,
I like
the
Sun and Moon.
3DS games were still okay, and it was a slow decline, but the decline was more noticeable during the Switch era.
But here's the thing:
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, Pokemon's animation also went downhill after the Sprite era.
Oh, yeah.
Alex, I do remember you saying like, "Oh, Pokemon is still doing that. Was still doing that thing with the sprites." I thought you
Yeah,
definitely didn't like.
Yeah.
I stamp. Yeah. It's safe.
But here's
It's
the
safe to
thing,
say
Alex.
the.
At the very least, by fourth generation, they animated the intros to the Pokemon sprites.
Okay, how do
I
I get
said
to
that-
How do we get to those
Yes,
fucking
I do.
shoes up at the top?
Well, actually, those little sprite
Which
animations
ones?
were in Crystal, but
These.
wouldn't come back until Emerald, and they were a mainstay.
Are we
since
talking
then.
the Stomp? Are we talking the
I already got
Yeah.
the Stomp shoes.
But I would say,
shoes?
yeah.
Yes,
Black and
Air
White
Dash
too.
shoes.
The sprites were just at their
You
most
need the wall
absolute
jump.
Yeah, they were
beautiful.
fully animated by
Where do I
then.
go to get wall jump?
My favorite,
Yes.
the Pikachu one is
Begonia?
just so adorable. He's like, he looks like he's pondering. He's like,
Yeah.
You gotta go to Spagonia's area, and then you gotta go to the Spagonia's shrine area, and
How have I not gotten that already?
I don't know.
And yeah. And I did like Ultra Ruby and Sapphire.
The Viper
Even if it
scales
did
are
give
so
us the
powerful,
monster
I can't
that-
deny that it's kind of cute.
But I
You
will
know,
admit that it did give us the monster that was Mega Rayquaza, which,
Yes.
if you know the
Mega
meta, then,
Rayquaza is so broken. And I
It
like
was
the
so
Mega
broken
Ruby and
that it
Alpha
was too
Sapphire,
broken.
by the way.
It was too broken
Yeah.
for the OP tier. That's how broken it was.
yeah.
We had to make
Yeah.
a
Oh,
new
yeah.
tier for it.
It It was in the anything goes tier.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was too broken for that.
Okay, so I'm here. I gotta go to the shrine and I gotta use the stomp shoes, right?
Yes, you gotta use the
I think
stomp shoes.
I did like some of the post-game content for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. It's like, after you get Omega Rayquaza, you just end up going to Deoxys. It's like, whoa, what the hell? That was like my
I mean, to be fair, Rayquaza is basically Deoxys' biggest hater. Let's be real. Like, Rayquaza is a chill guy, but if you bring him... Like, Rayquaza is a chill guy, but if Deoxys ever comes to his neighborhood, you know damn well he's gonna bring the shotgun, tell him go back to
catching Deoxys is a pain in the ass, and even if you use Mega Rayquaza and you just attack it, you're gonna kill it. So I used a Master Ball on that bastard.
I will admit the battle theme is really great though.
Yeah. Like, the only times I would use my Master Ball is on the roaming legendaries, like...
See,
when I was going to Fire Red,
and then I was on there.
After watching Checker Conroy's recent video about it, it's like, if they use Roar, it's like, yeah, they're gone for good. It's like, what?
In Fire Red and Leaf Green, yes.
I was like, what the fuck? I did not know about this.
Yeah, there's a glitch in Fire Red and Leaf Green. If the roamers use Roar, you're screwed.
The anime series is horrible animation as well.
Which is why I tell
Shoko,
people,
Malaysia.
and people
Honestly,
say,
if they want to
Zero
outsource
X.
animation, why not go to Dongwoo? That's a very good question.
Yeah.
Though to be fair, I don't know if Dongwoo's even done anything in the last couple years. I know Dr. Movie, Digital Animation, Studio Mir, they still do stuff. And I think Lotto Animation probably still does some stuff.
Let's see what, they're located in Seoul, South Korea. Let's see. Their most recent thing they've done. Let's see.
Master Ball, I'm at a pod, you cowards. Oh god. No.
Pokemon.
No, save Master Balls for a legendary, especially a roamer. But roaming Pokemon basically stopped in Gen 5. I don't count the legendary birds in Gen 6. That doesn't count.
I mean, I guess don't use them on the legendaries that are, the main game legendaries.
Even Yu-Gi-Oh! Has been affected by subpar animation. Zexal looks like shit, and L7s and Go Rush look like some CalArt shit. Yeah, no, those shows are well after I stopped.
Yeah, I stopped after 5Ds. Yeah. I don't care for Zexal. But if people like it, that's okay.
5Ds.
I just like the art style change.
People are not allowed to like Zexal. People are not allowed to like Zexal. Zexal is
okay, I will give Zexal this. It did give us probably one of the most funniest Yu-Gi-Oh! Villains there were. Victor. Victor was amazing.
Again, until Vrains, it was still under Gallop, but it was under Studio Bridge 4-7s and Go Rush. And all I can say is, thank fuck we didn't get another goddamn spin-off after Go Rush. Finally!
Damon.
Finally.
Damon.
Yeah. Yes?
You might want to be careful. Because you never know.
About what?
You never know.
I mean,
you might have jinxed things.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll have to wait until Konami releases another new summoning mechanic in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game.
It's just
that makes the game
I
more
got tired of
needlessly
spin-off after spin-off after spin-off, and it was always in goddamn April.
Hopefully they won't do that, right? I mean, what else could they possibly do?
Yeah.
Look,
and then again, if you wanted to get into a game about exploration or RPGs, just play the Legend of Zelda games or Xenoblade Chronicles instead.
Or this.
Yeah. Or this. If you, I guess. Or hell, maybe
even. Instead of getting Scarlet and Violet, I got Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I'm actually looking to picking that up, because I
won't waste my time with official Pokemon games. I play ROM hacks, and if I want an official game, I buy repro cartridges because $200.
I mean, even the ROM hacks aren't, or can be horribly unbalanced. It's hard to.
Yeah. I probably would.
Let's be honest, it's kind of hard to find good ROM hacks.
Scalpers putting these games up at high prices. You're better off emulating at this point.
I remember when I got a copy of Pokemon Red for like $3.
Wow, nice.
Damn.
Legit copy, too.
But the only problem with the Gen 1 and 2
batteries.
games is the batteries, the lithium batteries. You have to replace them.
Yeah, I need to replace
because-
mine probably.
Yeah,
I mean,
save
with the
data.
GBA games, it's at least with the GBA games, I didn't feel it wasn't all that bad. It just mostly had to involve like
Oh, come on.
soldering and
Time-based
resoldering the
events.
batteries.
Yeah,
I actually
Yeah.
had to replace
soldering.
the batteries for Sapphire and Emerald. Because,
Mhm.
yeah, you know, time-based events and planting berries, you couldn't do that if the battery went dry.
And yeah, especially, and it was probably one of the essential ways to get like an Umbreon and Espeon.
yes,
you know.
it was the only way to evolve Eevee and Espeon or Umbreon in Gen 3. That was the only way.
Remember the
Can't do that.
GameCube?
Lightspeed Dash is
Remember
just
the
not fucking
GameCube Gen
working right
games?
now, apparently.
Oh,
Alex,
You know,
we
Call
played
of
a
Duty
little bit
XP.
of Colosseum.
Alex, you're not at Shamar.
Colosseum
You
and
haven't
XD
gotten to
were
Shamar
amazing.
yet.
I haven't
Yeah.
I
gotten the what
consider
now?
them
Yeah.
semi-spin-offs.
Shamar yet.
Yeah, and it added some extra means of
Okay.
getting Pokemon.
All you have
other
is
Pokemon you couldn't get in the
Alex,
GBA
you
games.
only have the air
That's
dash,
correct, and you
which
needed
activates by the
every
boost
single
button.
game if you wanted
Which
to
activates
catch
by
a
the
bunch
boost
of
button.
Pokemon.
Oh,
You needed
yeah.
all
Okay.
7 of those games.
Avoid liquid crystal
Yeah.
when promising that it is profanity and it's unfinished. Profanity is fine, unfinished is not.
Look, man, I'm gonna say,
I don't care if
look,
it's
finding a
right
good
now.
ROM hack is
I'm
not
fine with
that.
Overlay. And again, you know, it reminds me of that. Profanity and ROM hacks and stuff like that reminds me of those fan subs of Dragon Ball Z where
Yeah.
Usually add swears.
the candy ass faggot line.
Ah, that one.
Ah!
That one.
Or Gohan
Whereas
calling
the dub
Boo a
did have a little
dumbass.
bit that was close
You
to the original. You know,
retard,
just saying,
says
"Oh, come on
Gohan.
out, show yourself." Like,
Retard.
coward, come out, show yourself, an android who's scared to die.
Or Cheetah. You reek, Sumo.
Honestly, to quote that one Mark, swearing does not make you cool.
Oh man, that reminded me of I think like KOF 99 added some unnecessary swearing that wasn't there in the Japanese version originally.
Yeah,
And this is why I don't
No,
necessarily
sorry.
subscribe to the fan subs for these
just
things.
as long as you're true to the
Smart
original.
choice.
If someone
You can
says "consult," you say "crap" or "damn
You
it."
can get good shit out of them. It's just that, you know, it was a lot more ropey back in the day. These days, people tend to be sane about stuff. You don't wind up with as much. You don't wind up with Keikaku means plan in fan subs anymore.
I mean, I remember
Take a stab
some
at
of the
Ash
fan
Gray.
subs.
Yeah.
Remember some of the fan subs where they would kind of explain the terms and like so and
Yes.
so. Yeah.
I remember
I
Team
can
4-Star
agree.
made a nod to that during the finale to Season 3.
Ah, yes, I know what you're talking about.
All according to Cake.
Keikaku.
And then you see the subtitles.
All according
Yeah.
to cake. No, cake means Keikaku. No, cake means plant.
Won exactly as planned.
My thought for translators' notes is they're perfectly fine as long as it is describing something that you couldn't put in the actual translation.
Yeah, as long as it does keep the same, meaning and messages, it's fine by me. I mean, remember, I'm a Fish fan. I had to deal with like 20 years of dealing with fans.
People die when they are killed.
Yeah, exactly.
Even I think a couple of years back, even somebody requested Sam Riegel to say that line.
And
That's
Sam,
your-
I'm sure Sam's like, can we not do that anymore?
Remember, people
It was just
die
probably the
when they
one
are
time, and
killed.
nothing else came about it afterwards.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do fan
Thanks.
subs, make sure that you understand Japanese and you're a good translator.
Otherwise,
Yeah, I've
I mean-
been in that position where I'm like, how do I understand?
Yeah, how would I go about it?
How do I understand the language better than the people who made this translation? But that's been with like fan subs and official subs too.
Yeah, so let's say, for example, Gym Leader Lance 99's GX fan subs. Now, he at least understands Japanese and can translate it well. Definitely better than the official Crunchyroll subs for the most part. Mostly his revised stuff.
Remember in the dub when Ed Phoenix called Judai Schmaden Schmooky?
I won't tell you his name, but it rhymes with Schmaden Schmooky. Hear me, Schmaden? You know who you are, you card thief.
And,
oh yeah, that's right.
And Judai would be like, I'm sorry, I don't know anybody by that, and he's named that rhymes with that.
Yeah, because here's the thing, Season 2 of GX is when it entered gagged up territory.
A subbed version of Kiki's Delivery Service, and come to find out that the subtitles aren't accurate. Disney used dub titles because the transcript came from the original English dub by Streamline Pictures.
Why?
I am scratching my head.
That is literally the
case
for when I attempted to see if there was any differences in the Japanese version of third Pokemon movie versus the English
the one
version.
where Entei takes Ash's mom.
Yeah, and
that one.
Turns out the site that I would use for this used the script from the English version.
Now, for stuff like Cowboy Bebop, that's alright, because Bebop's dub is pretty goddamn accurate.
To the point where even the Japanese version was like, their dub was
surprisingly
better.
good. Yeah.
Disney? Yeah, and Cowboy Bebop's dub is considered one of the best English dubs out there.
Oh yeah.
Hell, one of the lead singers for Bebop's main theme was like our Spike is good, their Spike is sexy.
It even kind of.
I wish I was joking.
I think even Koichi Yamadera was kind of taken aback. It's like, yeah.
Well,
mine may have been good.
I think Yamadera by that point, still had a bit more voice acting experience than Steve Bloom, because Steve Bloom was starting out at that point.
Yeah.
Because he was just a guy doing various voices in a mail room. Back then.
Oh, the wonders of translations.
When the rights reverted to G-Kids, they asked Studio Ghibli for the actual subtitles. So if you get the Shout Factory set, you will get the authentic subtitles.
Yeah, I don't actually care about the authentic subtitles for Kiki's Delivery Service for a number of reasons. One being that Gigi's lines were all cut from the English re-release, which is part of the reason why I have the... Yeah. You know, all those awesome lines from Phil Hartman, just gone.
Yeah.
How unfortunate.
Phil Hartman was the Disney dub, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And chances if I decide to pick up Kiki's Delivery Service, I would have to hunt down that specific release then.
Yeah, I think, if I'm not mistaken, there is a version that syncs up the original uncut dub to the HD footage from the G-Kids release.
I'm just gonna go and collect the moon medals around, and then I'm gonna call it because it's getting late.
Yeah.
The moon.
And I will say regarding translations, I do think some of the best official subs would be Steve Simmons' translations on the Dragon Ball releases, like Z.
Yeah. Kai and whatnot,
Yeah, because he's at least a fan of the series.
Yeah. And that's, in fact, people were to ask me my opinions on Kai. I feel like it kind of did a lot, there's like a lot more positives to it than negatives. Like,
I actually think Kai's the better guy.
That's very true.
Massive upgrade in terms of most of the voice acting. Gohan, however,
it can go either way.
Well, anyway, I'm gonna call it. So next time on Sonic Unleashed, we will be doing some more of the hot dog initiative. Because Alex is still busy.
But I will
then, I'll see you later.
Right.
I'll see you guys next week for
I definitely prefer the dub. I have the 1998 version on my Google Drive. Q says, one translator note I remember being fine was from Kodomo no Omocha. The goofy main character says, the scales fell out of my nose, which was a misspeak of the Japanese idiom, the scales have fallen from my eyes. That's not specifically a Japanese idiom. That is like the scales have fallen from your eyes is like another concept and other things. Which actually means to see the situation clearly, yeah. No real way to translate the joke, so they just editors noted it. Yeah.
Kiki.
Yeah. English sounds great. Kirsten Dunst as Kiki sounds adorable, and I love Matthew Lawrence as Tombo. The fact that it was his natural voice and not a stereotypical nerd voice made me love him. Yeah, it's always nice when you don't do dumb stuff with your dubs.
Right.
Yeah.
You can have
I think.
like,
I feel like
voice.
with like when it came to Caitlin Glass, I think she handles.
Anyway, hey, I'll see you guys later.
All right.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, back to Dragon Ball. Yeah.
Looks like we still can't get into the Spigonian Temple.
Yeah, back with
out
Kai. I feel
instead.
like there were some upgrades that I did like. Dodoria, Zarbon, and like even the Ginyu Force. Especially Frieza.
Yeah.
Ooh,
well, anyway,
yes, good old Lord Frieza.
Good night, Kevin.
But
I love that Frieza. I could do that voice all day. It's such a very fun voice.
yeah.
It is.
It is.
Captain Ginyu!
Captain Ginyu!
Recomp!
And I always find my
the streamlined dub is Tomo speaking in a nasally, nerdy voice.
I always have a habit of
have
imitating
not
Katsuyuki Konishi's Ginyu.
I have not watched the streamlined dub of Eddie Ghibli film.
And again, I'm also a weird fan of Linda Young's Frieza as well.
That's okay.
Well,
I'm fine.
Well,
even if it is a downgrade, I will admit it's something I do weirdly go back to when I play the games.
Young's dub in the early stuff, like in the early versions of the show. The redub, it sounds really, really weird.
Rather threatening.
You know, like starting like this, and then in the redub, it sounds like this.
Yeah,
I think it's really the games. I think it's when the games really got
it starts off at 100%. It's like how so you remember how Sabbat had to redo a bunch of Vegeta's lines for for the Frieza saga?
You know, like when he started out like this, and then he redub the lines and sounded like this.
And then it goes so he's essentially doing his Boo voice for what the fuck is playing on Kevin's stream. Autoplay, we're not perfect, so don't hurt yourself. What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Classical Academia.
I think I remember listening to an interview with him and Schimmel where as soon as they got the script for the Kai Frieza dynamic and Frieza arcs, like as soon as like Linda got to do the lines, it was not it was too fast for her.
The thing that I noticed about, and this is really fucking obvious if you watch the voice comparisons, Sabbat starts off doing a Drummond impression, which is good. That's a good way to do like you're transferring from one studio to another, or so you want to try and make as coherent a product as possible. Don't watch the Streamlined Pictures dub. They're outdated and have weird voice acting, especially My Neighbor Totoro. Disney dub all the way because Superman Tim Daly is the dad. That's cool.
Nice.
One of the things that really bothered me about it, though, is that some of the voices they re-recorded most of the lines, but not all of them. So Vegeta goes back and forth between being Drummond impression screams to being Vegito sounds like that. Vegito sounds like this.
You're talking about the battle grunts that were kept. I know what you're talking about.
The battle grunts were all kept. And then, of course, you have Captain Ginyu, who switches voice actors during his battle
to the battle grunts and the yells, yes.
Because Dale Kelly was dubbed out of the show, but Bryce, what's his name? Bryce Armstrong. Bryce Armstrong literally could not do the battle grunts because he was too old at the time. Which just tells me that they should have gotten another voice actor or paid Dale Kelly for his goddamn music.
At least his music was intact for the double features. Well, Bardock, Father of Goku, yes, but History of Trunks wasn't as lucky.
Well, that's why I have the old DVDs. I've
actually been getting the old DVDs myself, just haven't gotten any.
I've got the uncut and edited versions of all of the movies. I have the I have the edited. I have the Pioneer version of the first 2 seasons, and I have Frieza Saga of the original, and I have up to like. I'm missing a couple of Cell Saga, and I'm missing a couple of Boo Saga. At some point, it was just getting. Money was kind of tight, so I just stopped looking for them, and I just stopped looking for them entirely. So I'd have to go back seriously and find the ones that I don't have, because I just have...
like on eBay or Amazon.
No, I'd have to figure out which ones I don't have, is what I'm trying to say, because...
Yeah, you'd have to look them up.
Yeah, or have like a checklist, just in case.
Because I have a physical box full of them, right? Like an actual box with all of the... I have the movies in a drawer right here in the office, but I have the Ocean dub on a shelf downstairs, and I have the rest of them in a box because I didn't have anywhere else to put them at the time. And I just found loads of them. People were just unloading them for like, I think it was like $1 or $2 a piece, and I just picked them all up as I was going. And I was working at a warehouse making fucking overtime, 10 hours of overtime a week. I think so. I was not hurting too badly, but the thing was, I just stopped looking for them after a while, and I just haven't gotten back into them, and that's been 4 years, so I'm assuming that those prices have gone up. But yeah, but then you know, I helped Seed of Might get a bunch of that stuff onto their Dragon Box release, so I don't really need to get it anymore. It's just, it'd be nice to have. Yeah. But you know what else would be nice? You know what else would be nice to have?
They're the only way to watch the original dub without any tampering.
Yeah.
Sony Funimation. And you know what else would be nice to have? Is if you'd include that on the fucking Blu-ray.
And a proper 4:3 aspect ratio release.
In proper 4:3, all you gotta do, it would be less work to not fuck it up.
Please.
It's literally less work to not fuck it up. It's easier to make something like the level sets than it is to run all that post-proc on what they did for the other stuff.
Yeah, the level sets looked amazing. They should never have canceled them.
All they had to do was crank up the saturation by about 25%. And it would have been even better. But hey, we have the color corrected Dragon boxes. We have the French Blu-rays now, which I think are taken from like higher quality footage. People are doing, they're like raiding the decommission bin at TV stations to find old film reels and stuff. So.
I mean, it's all to them.
Yeah.
I guess something on Dragon Ball. Did anyone else heard about that weird League of Legends clone of Dragon Ball that was also revealed recently?
No.
I think I remember hearing Endakuba talking about it, since he generally the guy.
It was on the Bandai Namco YouTube apparently.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't pay any attention to a lot of the. I don't pay a whole lot of attention to new game releases unless there's something that crosses my path, just because I've got so much other stuff on my plate.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Well, anyways, I'm gonna be heading off to get dinner. I'm gonna have some crazy pops from Little Caesar tonight.
Cool.
It's actually really good, believe it or not.
Yeah, no, I believe you. Little Caesars is pretty good.
Yeah.
Don't tell Kevin I said that.
Well, yeah, no, all right, y'all take care.
Yep. Well, you guys know where to find Kevin and myself. Sonic doesn't have anything to promote. Go check out Damon Brett on. Okay, Billy Loomis says DBZ has a weird history on home video. Oh, dude, tell me about it.
Yeah.
I had the orange bricks get their DNR to death. I don't have the orange bricks. I refuse to buy those. I have the season Blu-rays, which are better, only slightly, and I have a UK import of the 30th anniversary collection, which
and by the way, the season Blu-rays are even more tampered with because they're different mixes too.
Man, they changed the audio mix, but I need to head to work anyway. I gotta head to bed anyway. I gotta get up for work. Yeah, take care, man. Yeah, I just want to finish this off before we go. Yeah. So I wound up. I didn't buy the 30th anniversary collection when they had it on the Funimation website for their weird fucking.
When like the initial pre-orders went live for that.
Yeah, I didn't get that. That was like $300. That was dog shit. That was way too fucking much. And then they said, "Oh, we're only going to produce this many copies," and they didn't sell nearly as many as they thought they were going to. And then they put it up on the UK website, and they had more copies over there, and they closed the order window, and then they put out the steel books, which I meant to get but didn't. And those were the same aspect ratio. Oh, those were the 4x3 release. Funny enough, only the first episode was overcropped. The rest of them were fine.
Yes.
I don't know why they overcropped the pilot, but it's fucked up. That one episode is royally screwed for some reason.
Yes, because every other episode looks like it doesn't have the cropping issue, but it does have a similar remaster to the season Blu-ray.
Yeah,
and it didn't help
lame,
some of the
it's better than
even the examples they use. It just felt like, what the heck?
Yeah. And then, but the way that I got it was kind of screwy. So they wound up dumping them on the Manga UK eBay page, because they were asking like $300, then they were asking £300, and then the UK versions got dumped on the Manga UK eBay page, and I bought mine for, I think it was $125 US, which isn't a bad price for the series itself, and all of the plastic crap that they shoved in the box with it. I still haven't opened the Goku statue.
The band Presto Goku.
Yeah, so and here's the really weird thing. Do you guys want to know what the fucked up thing about this is?
Go ahead.
Okay, so it doesn't come in a box. So it comes in a shipping box, right? But it doesn't come in a box that's like Dragon Ball Z 30th Anniversary Collector's Edition, and then you can just like display that box by itself. No. So there's a little cube that has all the Blu-rays in it. There's another box that has the Goku statue in it, and the other stuff is in like other boxes too. So I've just got the shipping box that it came in, stuffed in a corner somewhere, and the Blu-rays are on my shelf. Now,
oh my god.
Now here's the thing. The Blu-ray case, in America, we don't have to have ratings printed on the stuff for like TV and whatnot. So it's not, for the most part. But in the UK and Australia, you do. Now, when I got these, I took them out of the box and I looked at them and I was like, these UK ratings badges are stickers. They literally put stickers of the UK ratings board rating onto every single case in the box. They're just using the US versions of the disc, and the discs that are in there were region A and B, which is why I got it. They didn't even bother setting the region flags for the UK. They literally they had too many they had too many US Blu-rays. The discs are identical. Everything else is identical. The only difference is they took a little red sticker with 15 on it or something, and they just stuck it on the outside of the case. I don't... Cheap fucking bastards.
Oh,
they were practically giving these away towards the end there, and now they're God knows how much. I can't even remember because I haven't looked it up. But yeah, it was just that, and the 30th anniversary collection is a disaster worthy of a YouTube video that somebody else other than me needs to make, because I'm currently working on a video about The Last of Us Season 2 and some other videos that I need to get done. We've actually had a spike in viewers towards the end of the show after the gameplay has stopped. Because we had,
I guess maybe your talk is out. I guess. It must have helped.
We had a peak of 6 viewers during the gameplay, and now we have 8. That's interesting.
Yeah, this is
why maybe Gizmo's idea of having a little talk show would have actually helped.
Oh yeah,
that could actually work.
Yeah, Rhino's actually suggested something like that before. The only problem is we'd have to find a date for it, and it was like Wednesday is game night, Friday is reaction night, movie is Saturday, and then Sunday is TV, and then we do game on Monday. So we'd have to.
And Wednesday, Thursday, Friday on my end, I have work.
Yeah, Tuesday and Thursday night I just can't because I'm teaching. Sunday morning I can't. Saturday, hey, I'd like to do something else.
Yeah, even a few weeks from now, I even have a convention coming up, so it's like, I don't know if I'll be able to partake in that.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
And I'd be
don't feel like you have to come to the show on our account. Go to your convention, take plenty of pictures, and have yourself a good old time. Conventions always are a good time. I actually, last convention I went to, I actually got a bunch of Star Wars books for free and like half the James Bond movies for really cheap. So you can, if you look out for the right deals, you can find some good stuff. But make sure you're keeping an eye out for bootleg stuff, because I see a lot of like bootleg. I see bootleg orange bricks. So you know those big orange boxes that they put the orange bricks in. I see like clear DVD cases with shrink wrap and they're just away from those. Them. Yeah, like if new stuff, I'd kind of stay away from. Use DVDs and stuff that if you can open it up and look at the disc and see that it's not a DVD-R somebody is sharpied on in their bedroom. Those are usually pretty good. Yeah,
I mean, heck, I think
Yeah. I guess we need to go now because it's 10:35.
Yeah.
See you guys later.
I guess there's one thing before we go.
One thing before we go.
Yeah. So remember I was talking about that whole fake Star Wars thing? So I just got news. No English VAs. It's all Japanese.
That's unfortunately what happened with Nikkei when they had the Chainsaw Man collab. All the Chainsaw Man characters were all Japanese.
Yeah. I remember the 3DS Dragon Ball Z fighting game was like
Extreme Butoden.
Extreme Butoden. Extreme Butoden is like my persistent punching bag because
that crossover sequel it had.
Extreme Butoden has a lot of really bad graphics, a lot of really bad gameplay, and a lot of really bad story, and it's just it's mediocre as fuck.
Yeah, even then, even as someone who did play through Extreme Butoden, like firework is really top notch.
You don't even get English voice acting.
And that was the same with Guilty Gear Xrd, but the first one got.
Ever play Extreme Butoden with Krillin as the main character in story mode?
Yeah, I went through it as someone who put so many hours into that game.
Do you remember how he beat Broly single-handedly?
I think so.
Yeah. So during the Boo Saga, Broly just shows up on Earth and everybody is like, what do we do? And Krillin's like, I'm gonna fucking stop him! And then he just goes...
I'll stop this son of a bitch! I'll stop this son of a bitch!
He beat Frieza. He beat Cell. It was like, he beats Cell and saves Android 18. It was like, fuck, man.
The what-if story at its finest.
At least
I mean, that still isn't weirder as Legacy of Goku 1.
Yeah.
It's still isn't weird as Legacy of Goku 2.
Yeah, I feel like they kind of took some creative liberties to make the what-if story somewhat interesting.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's still not weirder than Legacy of Goku 2, where literally you're playing as Piccolo, and Cooler just shows up one day, says he's looking for Goku, and then leaves for the rest of the game.
Yeah. I actually beat Beerus with Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan in that game, because I unlocked Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan before I unlocked Super Saiyan God.
Because I believe, like, Super Saiyan... I could have sworn, Super Saiyan God SS Blue. Goku was, like, had to, like, get him through via cheat code or something.
Yeah, it was some...
I don't remember the weird thing is, there was also a universe where apparently for some odd reason GT and Super were canon. So it's like, apparently go Super Saiyan 4 and Super Saiyan God for some reason.
Yeah, so Super Saiyan 4 is more powerful than Super Saiyan God, but it's not, but it is. But it's like, oh my God,
look, man, let's just not talk about power scale. Look, man, I believe in the words of Stan Lee. It doesn't matter who's stronger, it doesn't matter who's writing the story.
Yep.
Words to live by through Stan Lee.
Damn right. That's why I don't care about who wins in whatever death battle. I came for the analysis and the fights. And also get the reasoning.
As long as the fight is decently well done and they argue it fairly well, I'm not too bothered by the results of a given death battle, but the problem is like, there have been a few, and you can go watch our videos about the subject.
Understand.
There's been a few where I'm just like, okay, that's just fucking bullshit. And it's like, we
all know about the whole various death battle debunks, as well as also all the ones that death battle can be wrong at, like, the whole fun disc.
Well, somebody left us a lengthy comment in the section for one of our death battle reacts, where it was like citing somebody else's video that they did breaking it down, and I tried to watch it, and it was difficult to get through. We still might wind up doing a stream
I don't
on
part of Death Battle debunk videos, and just, look, if you're gonna have an opinion on Death Battle, have your own opinion on it. Don't just let someone debunk video be proven.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem. I think it was Galactus versus,
Unicron.
Galactus versus Unicron. And from what I gathered, based on the video, the reasoning was just completely fucked. Like, the person who was doing the debunk video was just wrong, but I haven't sat down to really knuckle down and figure out why. It was just really faulty reasoning in the first couple of minutes of the video, and then I turned it off because I wanted to do a react to it, and then we never did.
Look, man, I mean, like I said, it happens with every death battle. There's always going to be two sides. The side that agree with it, the side that don't. There's always a debunk video for everything, even if some are right.
Well,
except the SpongeBob versus Aquaman.
I guess that's part of the reason why Bat and the Sun always used to do two videos. They'd do the one where one character won and the one where the other character won, and then you could pick which one you wanted to watch.
Yeah. Honestly, I always assume Death Battle goes by percentages. It's like the winner's just how many matches would they win. Like, if character A and character B fought 100 times, character A would win most of the matches.
Yeah. All right, so
we'll be heading off now. Take care.
Yeah, for real now, we're actually gonna